Hello, everyone, and welcome to Veterans Memorial Stadium, where today the 82nd annual Thanksgiving football game will be played between the Quincy Presidents and the North Quincy Red Raiders. My name is Jonathan Caleri. I'm being joined by Jim Timmons and Noel LeBona. We'll be bringing you the action from the booth and on the field here on this cloudy Thanksgiving Day and very cool Thanksgiving Day as well. Well, Jim and Noel, it's been an exciting high school football season. Jim, we'll start with you first. North Quincy comes into the record today with a record of 2-8 and looking for a little bit of an upset here today against the Presidents.
Yeah, a couple of interesting factors. Quincy's obviously the heavy favorite today, and that's actually a plus for North Quincy. It unburdens the boys a bit. North gets to play without the expectation hanging over their head, with nothing to lose and everything to win, and those are positives for them. Coach Nutley is very optimistic. The weather conditions today really are what he was hoping for. Not too windy. It's going to give North an opportunity to let their quarterback, Andrew Kiley, perform. He's got some very talented wide receivers, and Nutley feels that the air game could be a key to North's success today. Make no mistake about it, Coach Nutley and all the boys on the Red Raider squad feel strongly that they have an opportunity to win today, and they want to win today. They're coming in with expectations of their own, so it's going to be an interesting ball game, and we all know that whenever North and Quincy play, you throw out the records. One little factor I will throw into the mix here is North's 2 wins have occurred during Saturday football games when they've played under natural light. All their losses are Friday evening games. Could be that the North, I would say that it's the fact that the boys are worn out after a long day of academics, but I might lose my journalistic credibility if I said that. But just an interesting thing that the Red Raiders have played great during their day games. 2 of them, they're 2-0 in sunlight, so that could be an interesting factor. It may be they enjoy breakfast food better than dinner food. We'll see. But I'm excited. It's going to be an interesting game, even though we've got a heavily favored and very talented Quincy President team that you two will now talk about.
Yeah, we certainly will. No, we'll do about Quincy High School. Quincy High School actually lost 3 of the last 4 games. At the end of the season, hit a little bit of a skid. They lost to Duxbury at the league championship game, if you will, and essentially then had some trouble in the playoffs as well. But again, they're coming to the record right now, 7-3, looking to go to 8-3 and finish off the season on a high note.
Yeah, Quincy's coming off some injuries. They've had a lot of injuries in the last game, and, they probably held them out to play them for Thanksgiving here because you don't want to miss your Thanksgiving Day game. Quincy's just got a high-powered offense led by James Lamb. He's got 12 passes in the air for touchdowns and 7 on the ground. So the kid can throw. He's got 19 touchdowns total. He's 853 yards in the passing game. He's 584 yards on the ground. So he's just shy of 1,500 yards himself. And then he has, the 3, wide receivers that they have. Rita Lafty has definitely come on strong in the last few games with J.T. Bain and Andrew Cook coming back from injury in that last game against Mansfield. So he has those 3 wide receivers to go to. And then there's power football running back there, Jave Hanson-Fields, the junior. He's got 13 touchdowns, 858 yards. So 958 yards. I beg your pardon. He's got 42 yards to get to 1,000 yards for the season. So between the 2 of them, Lamb and Hanson-Fields, they got 32 touchdowns. I mean, they're very high powered. I just think that for strength for North Quincy is to keep the offense on the field for North Quincy with the passing game, like Jim said. Other than that, Quincy's front 4, sometimes front 5. They go 4-3 or a 5-2. They did against Mansfield. They have a very, very good defense in the front. So if Kiley can establish some passing game for North Quincy, that'll be a success for North Quincy to even go the distance. But I see Quincy scoring at least 4 or 5 touchdowns. So if North Quincy can go hand in hand with them with the touchdowns, I see a lot of high scoring today.
All right, well, we'll see what happens. Should be an exciting game. As we all know, Thanksgiving kicks off a lot of the holiday activities here in the city of Quincy. And at this time, we're going to bring in the mayor of the city of Quincy, Mayor Thomas Koch. Mayor, happy Thanksgiving.
Same to you, Jonathan. Good
Glad
to
you
see you.
Yeah, good to see you.
Thanks for joining us here. As I just mentioned, this really kicks off the holiday season here in the city of Quincy. Everyone turns out here for Thanksgiving football, and then we all know the lighting of Quincy Center, Santa's Ride Parachute, and of course the Christmas parade. Excuse me.
Yeah, it is. It's a great traditional week. The Hall of Fame dinner Tuesday night. Saw Noel get inducted. Congratulations.
Thank you very much, Mayor.
But yeah, today's event. It's not only a great football game, great rivalry, great tradition, but just the community coming together once again. It's just like a reunion for so many folks. They come back and certain parts of the seats, the stands, or the stadium. They meet with their friends, their groups they haven't seen in a year. Come back home to see their family and friends. So it's a great tradition, and yes, it leads right into the Christmas lighting Friday night, the Santa jump. Still looking for elves to jump, Jonathan, if you're looking. And then Sunday, the parade. And congratulations to you, Jonathan, again.
Oh, thank you very much.
Being a father once again. Little Lily, hope she's doing well.
She's doing well. She's at home with her mother right now getting Thanksgiving dinner ready for everybody.
Nice and warm.
So.
Good for her.
Now, speaking of daughters and sons as well, May, you have a couple of sons playing here today. Talk about that. It's a little bit different element for you having your sons out here on the field.
Well, it is different. Certainly as mayor over the years, I'm neutral. But my mother and father were graduates at North. My siblings, myself, my aunts, uncles, cousins, my wife, that's where I met my wife, at North and homeroom. And I have 3 kids at North, two of the boys playing football. So it's kind of cool, and certainly rooting that it's a good game, competitive game. I hope. I was listening to Noel. I hope Quincy does not score 5 touchdowns. That will not be a good day for North. But you hope it's competitive. It's great memories for the kids. For most of these kids, they'll never play football again. So this is the last game for all those seniors.
Did you see the excitement in your sons leading up to this game? We obviously, they like playing football, but this is obviously a big game.
It is a big game, no question about it. This is what it comes down to over the season, regardless of the playoffs. It's the Thanksgiving game, and they are excited. They're pumped, and you hope they have a good competitive game, and hope everybody, nobody gets hurt, and everyone has fun today. So, again, great tradition. But certainly. I'm the mayor of the entire city, but I have to be rooting for my boys.
Well, that's certainly understandable. Yeah, that's certainly understandable. I want your sons to come home happy on Thanksgiving.
Absolutely. And certainly, great facility. I served 12 years as park commissioner and had a lot of fun working with a lot of great people. And I often think of, Paul Zambruno this day. He was a Quincy High football player in his day, went on to become foreman of the park department for years, and the Knights trying to paint this field and try to make it look good when it was all mud by this time of the year. It was
plowing of snow.
Yeah, plowing of snow, and you forget how beautiful this is and how easy it is now to maintain. Those guys, when they had to try to make this field look good for Thanksgiving, it was not an easy task.
So, well, Mayor, we want to appreciate you stopping by real quick, and I don't know if you want to wish the city of Quincy to have another happy Thanksgiving.
Certainly do. I'm grateful to be the mayor. It's truly an honor and a privilege, and I want to wish everybody, from my family to yours, a very happy and blessed Thanksgiving. God bless you all.
Thank you, Mayor. Again, happy Thanksgiving. Thanks for stopping by.
Well.
Thank you, Mayor.
Thanks, Noel.
All right, we'll bring Noel in one more time here. Noel, before we have some highlights, actually, we're going to go to just one moment of Little Turkey Day. Martin Dunham was up there last Saturday. Got some highlights of the freshman and JV games, so we're going to go to those in just one moment. But real quickly, Noel, talk about North Quincy High School and their lack of numbers on the field. Every game, they've been almost every single game at halftime, but in the second half, we really see that's when they struggle, and a lot of players going both ways. How can they counteract that here today?
Well, they have 8 kids going both ways. Only 3 kids are going one way on North Quincy. So what the strengths of other teams have been doing against North Quincy is they've been running the ball to the sidelines, doing a lot of sweeps. That I don't know if Quincy's going to be able to do that, or whether they're going to come out with a passing game. North Quincy just has to stay off the field defensively and stay on the field offensively. Andrew Kiley is the difference today. I think if he gets into some momentum offensively, rolls out of that pocket, and gets to the receivers early and gets some pass plays and no turnovers, North Quincy will be in this game. Now, North Quincy 2-8, Quincy 7-3. Quincy hasn't had 8 victories since 1990. They were 8-1-1. So they're looking for 34 years of 24 years of trying to get to the 8 wins. And then we got North Quincy trying to make the biggest upset in the history of North Quincy history. So, Jonathan, I'm looking forward to a huge game. The weather conditions, it was raining really hard last night and yesterday all day. It looks like the field is dried up, so I think it's going to be a great game. I don't think weather's going to be a factor, like Jim said, and we're looking forward to having Dr. DeCristofaro, superintendent, coming on right now.
Yeah, I think we're going to have the superintendent come on here in just 1 second here.
John, how are you?
Happy Thanksgiving, Superintendent.
Hey, thank you very much.
Good
Thank
to see
you.
you.
Noel, nice to see you.
We were just talking about everyone gets ready for Thanksgiving Day, brings everyone together, the community, but the students come out and show how they excel on the football field.
Yeah, they're wonderful student athletes, and we're very, very proud of them. But this is always just not another morning in November. It's so special, and it's been special for a very, very long time. And the greatest thing is that this city just keeps surrounding our kids, with what they need for opportunities to get to the next level. And so many of our student athletes, will make it to the next level, which is great, and some will not. But the idea is that they have those expectations today. and they're ready to play today, and they're making great memories, just like kids, so many kids before them, had memories and expectations, and will never forget playing in the North Quincy game.
And of course, we all know this is kind of secondary to all the academics, but it really brings into the well-rounded student, and they learn a lot on the field that they can bring into the classroom to help them excel in the classroom as well.
That's exactly right, and we stress that. They're students first, athletes second, but student-athlete, they can learn so much about life on this field, on the courts, just in every competitive time they are. But it's about teams. And it's about working as a team, because in life, that's really what it's all about. There's not too many independent contractors out there. Everyone has to work together. And so we're very, very proud of our players. We're proud of our coaches, our principals and assistant principals. They do a great job in the school and make sure that these kids get everything that they need. And also school committee members that make sure that they have the resources that they need as well.
Well, I was just going to mention that, as you guys sit on the school committee in there, you see a lot of students come in, and whether it's the football field, basketball field, or in the classroom, or band, whatever it might be, there's so many excellent things that are going on at Quincy Public Schools.
Yeah, you're absolutely correct, and this is just one of so many great events that we have. But it's the day-to-day operational, the teachers with these kids that make so much of a great school life for them and make it relevant to where they're going in the real world. So we're very, very grateful for the teachers we have as well, because they're the ones that do the day-to-day hard work with our students.
Speaking about teachers, talk about the coaches of both teams. They're there almost every single day with them these past few months. Talk about them.
Yeah, they are, and they both, both Mark and Bill both deserve a lot of credit, because coaches, to really build teams, need to be with their kids all year round, and that's what these two coaches do. Very fine coaches. They love their kids, first of all. They understand student athletes. They understand that it's student first, athlete second, but they also know how to build programs. And I think that's the key to so many of our student athletes going at 9th grade and going right through 9, 10, 11, and 12 with this team and being together. And I think the coaches are really the glue that binds all those wonderful things about being a team.
Well, Superintendent Richard Christopher, we want to thank you for stopping by real quick, and have a happy Thanksgiving.
And thank you for everything you do.
Oh, thank you. We appreciate
happy Thanksgiving.
it. Take care. Thank you.
All right, Noel, real quick, talk about, again, being on the school committee. Again, you get to see a lot of the students come in all aspects of student life, and must be proud to see them come in and do all the hard work that they accomplish.
Right off the bat, I just got to say, Superintendent Rick DeCristofaro does a fantastic job up there. He's very involved with the kids, as well as being involved in all the sports in all the schools with the principals. I tell you, the kids are just good kids. They're very, very just kind and polite, and they say thank you. When I see these kids on the streets or at concessions or whatever, they're very open to say hi. They do a really good job, and I have to thank the principals for really instilling some good value systems in them.
Well, speaking of one of the principals here, Larry Tagliari of Quincy High School, happy Thanksgiving.
Right back at you.
Good to see you.
Good to see you.
We were just talking about the superintendent, how both coaches, these teams do a lot. Talk about Bill Reardon and what he means to the kids and also to the school.
Oh, yeah, Bill Reardon. I've been with Bill. I coached with Bill at Quincy High School. Bill's a Hall of Famer. Bill bleeds blue and white. Just has a great group of kids. Has instilled a tremendous work ethic with the kids. And kind of echoing what Noel said, they're just a polite group of kids with great sportsmanship. They actually received the Sportsmanship Award from the Patriot League this year at a recent coaches meeting. So very proud of them. Great group.
Talk about this week in the high school. All the students, not just the football players, getting ready to come out here to cheer on the presidents today. Did you see like a turn in the emotions in the high school this past week?
We have Spirit Week that just started at the end of last week and flowed right through to our rally yesterday, and see 1,200 kids in the gymnasium, all blue and white. It's really a remarkable setting.
Well, it certainly must be, and as you know, you played in there, at Quincy High School and everything that's happening. And just also, I want to mention too, you played in the alumni game the other day. Talk about that and being a former player, as you said, and coming back onto the field for a little bit.
Well, I didn't get hurt. That's
a key factor.
And started by Sean Glennon and Scotty Campbell. Just a great fundraiser for both programs. They both give totally back to the programs. A lot of fun, again, keeping the spirit alive. Afterwards, being able to sit down with friends from North Quincy and Quincy High School and just celebrate old days. Great stuff. And a quick shout out to Noel on being inducted into the Hall of Fame.
Thank you very much. Yeah, I appreciate it.
Great. Well deserved.
Thank you.
Well, we want to thank you for stopping by real quick,
you.
and I wish you a happy Thanksgiving. Good luck to the presidents here today.
Go Presidents.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, no, real quick, we should mention that again. You conduct into the Quincy North Quincy Football Hall of Fame. It's probably a special moment for you.
It was, and more than just being inducted and being a player here that I played on this field is what I did after life. What I did after high school. Being involved in the community, doing the flags for Vets Island. Being involved with Quincy Point Panthers youth football. I mean, that's what it's really all about. Is what do you do later after high school? When you go to college or whatever you take up for a trade. And I think a lot has to do with what I did later in life. Thank you, though, John.
Oh, you're welcome. Sure. Congratulations. Real quick, we're going to bring on the North Quincy High School principal, Robert Shaw. Rob, happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving to you.
Hey, good to see you.
We were just talking with Larry Tagliari about the emotions in the school this week. What was it like at North Quincy High School this past week?
Pretty intense. I mean, you get a lot of pride, a lot of tradition, a lot of excitement. The whole student body. I've been to a lot of events with these guys who are on the field here today. They're certainly carrying all of that, but the kids behind them up here in the stands, same thing.
Talk about Coach Mark Nutley, what he's done for the school and for the team this past couple of years with North Quincy.
Mark has been great. He was already there in an assistant's capacity, so he kind of knew the program and knew a lot of these kids who are now his seniors were with him all the way up. And he brings that same passion, same energy, same spirit to the program, and has done a great job. And sort of involving himself in the school beyond just as football coach as well.
Have you had a chance to talk to the kids? Are you going to talk to the kids? And if you did, what are you going to say to them to get ready for the game here today?
Yeah, I talked to the captains yesterday, and then the rest of them a little bit later in the day. And, just tell them, you put everything you have into this. You've been planning on this day for an awfully long time. And, things will go your way if you go out, put everything you got into this, your heart, your soul, and things will go the way you need them to go.
Excellent. Well, we want to thank you for stopping by real quick, talking about the North Quincy High School team, and good luck to the Raiders here tonight.
Thank you so much.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Thank you.
All right, what we're going to do is we mentioned the Little Turkey Day highlights. Martin Dunham went out there where Quincy High School, North Quincy High School, kind of where it all starts and gets things ready for the football games. So I think we're going to take a look at those highlights right now, the Little Turkey Day freshman and JV highlights.
And that's the ball game, the final score. Presidents 12, North Quincy Red Raiders 6.
Welcome back, everyone, on the field, and we're getting ready for the 82nd annual Thanksgiving football game. I'm being joined now by Martin Dunham of QATV. Martin's our statistician up in the booth for the games. And Martin, we're going to talk about some North Quincy stats real quick. First, start with Andrew Kiley, the quarterback with North Quincy High School.
Sure. Well, Andrew Kiley's had a very nice year. He's thrown for about 600 yards, 6 touchdowns, only 8 interceptions, and a couple of them were kind of end of the half, end of the game ones, so you can kind of toss those out of the bag. In addition, he's rushed for over 300 yards and I think 4 or 5 touchdowns as well. So he's been a fantastic two-way player this year for the Red Raiders.
Talk about Aiden Brown and Davon Jones, kind of the two main features for North Quincy.
Yeah, I'll start out with Davon Jones. He's got about 600 yards rushing, 5 touchdowns on the year, and he's been fantastic also out of the backfield, catching lots of screen passes. He's second on the team in receptions and yards. Aiden Brown, he's up there as well in receiving. I think he's second or third on the team in catches, and he's up there in yards as well with a couple of touchdowns on special teams.
Yeah, he had a couple. He had a punt return and a kickoff return in the same game against Boston Latin, I believe.
Correct, yeah.
And they were nice touchdowns, so look for him on the return game here today. Real quick, talk about North Quincy on the defensive side of the ball.
On the defense, it all starts with middle linebacker Marcello Toscanini. Fantastic year for him. First year starting at middle linebacker. He's got 115 tackles, John, 13 for loss, leading the team.
And also, Noel DeBona talked a little bit about the Quincy High School stats on the offensive side of the ball. Talk a little bit about Quincy High's defensive side of the ball.
Defensive side of the ball, Alex Leo, middle linebacker. He's got about 60 tackles on the air. And Curtis Cali, big man in the middle. He's got 17 tackles for loss and 4 fumble recoveries. Huge day. Got to watch out for him.
All right, well, it should be an exciting game. Again, we'll have live coverage here for you on QATV. Hope you follow us all as well on Twitter at Quincy Access TV for other action and up-to-dates. Well, real quick, before we get ready for the game, we're going to go through some season highlights that Martin and I compiled of both Quincy High School and North Quincy High School, the best plays of the year. All right, kick is nice kick deep, and Aiden Brown's going to take it at the 18-yard line.
Nice move.
Nice move, has some space, trying to go to the outside. Crosses the 50-yard line out to the 40, 35-30, one man to beat, spins around, and he'll get all the way up to the 22-yard line. All right, no, you have the left, but Lamb's going to keep it himself. Hanson Fields throws a block. Lamb at the 10, the 5. Touchdown, Presidents. James Lamb runs it in on the great block outside by Jave Hanson Fields.
This coming down. He rolls out here. He doesn't see it. Number 12 gets through unblocked, and 5 salutes him and gets out. The referee's trying to get out of the way. Lafty makes a pretty good block right here. And Lamb just continues to run. I think he might have stayed to the outside, but 21 was pursuing him. Great play.
Byrne, back to pass, fires over the middle of the field. It's tipped and intercepted at the 13-yard line by Davon Jones. He has some speed over to the right side, being pursued from behind and knocked out of bounds with 1 second left on the clock.
He's one drive here tonight, John.
Guy's going to keep himself across the 35-yard line. Still on his feet at the 40, going backwards now. He gets across the 45 and finally brought down at the 47. And we're on looking deep into the end zone, and it is, let's see, they got intercepted by J.T. Bain. He caught it, and it is interception, J.T. Bain. He didn't get in. 13 seconds left to go. Quincy finally lines up. Lamb, I don't know if he gets in. He's going to go in this time, though. Touchdown, James Lamb.
Wow.
And it's going to be a pitch. McGuire has it. Still on his feet. And he gets tackled down with about 2 seconds left to go.
10 ball at the Quincy High 25-yard line with 1:12 remaining, and James Lamb.
Oh, they got some room here on the
pressure.
outside.
He's looking for somebody to get open. Nobody's
He's got
coming
some
back
more
to the ball, and
Yes,
he's going to find
perfect.
Hanson Fields at the 25. He's still on his feet across
They
the
got to call another
35.
timeout here.
Guy was flying over to his
Memorial.
right side. And
He's got it.
Has it.
Touchdown.
Touchdown, North Quincy.
Great
Solomon
play.
Morin, a great catch in the corner of the end zone.
Right. And they're going to go counter.
Look at this. Look at this. I think he's got a chance.
Crossing the 30-yard line. 1 to beat, and he is knocked out of bounds inside the red zone at the 18-yard line. Fantastic run there by Jave Hanson Fields.
For the Red Raiders at the Middleborough 41. Kiley again looking to pass. looking, being pressured, gets away from one tackler, still on his feet, and gets up to Davon Jones somehow.
All right.
Davon Jones will get to the 40-yard line.
Hanson Fields is in the backfield. Hard count. Nobody jumps though. Lamb is back to pass, being pressured, looking long and deep for Rita Lafty.
Lafty catches it.
Complete.
Back to 25, second down and 12.
we
Davon
got
Jones,
some room
as
here.
Solomon Yamor, and he has some space. He's quick. Across the 50-yard line, gets across the 40. One man to beat. Can he go to the 20, 15, 10, 5? Touchdown, Red Raiders!
Wow.
Lamb is definitely a Division I material.
All right, Mahoney looking to pass. Steps up in the pocket. Ball's knocked away. It's picked off by Abraham Hody.
Look at this. Look at this.
Look at this.
What a great
James
play.
Lamb into the end zone. What a play call by Quincy.
What a fantastic play. James Lamb got Mansfield to bite on the hard count.
Kylie's trying to keep it himself. Trying to get outside. Breaks the tackle. Trying to get to the corner. Touchdown, North
Oh,
Quincy.
great stuff, North Quincy.
Leading off for the Wolfpack, Coach Jonas Goulet. Keeps to receive, Aiden Brown. And here goes Aiden Brown. Tony Jones. And number 29, Aiden Brown. Taken by Brown, number 38.
Talk a little bit more of that in a minute.
Our 3rd and 6. Lamb gets
at
the
this.
carry over to the left side, crosses the 10. Great
that
move
move.
there. Dives in for the end zone.
He's in.
Touchdown, Jave Hanson Fields.
So missing him is not good.
And they take the handoff. It goes to the
Whoa.
huge hit. Ball comes loose, and it's
What a
picked up by
hit.
Quincy.
Double wing set here.
All right, it's going to be fake the handoff. Aiden Brown gets it. Lots of
He's
space
got
to the
some
left
room,
side.
John.
Has to the 40. He has some speed. Gets to 30. Goes 25,
what a
20.
step.
One man to beat the 10, 5. He dives for the end zone. Touchdown,
got
North Quincy.
Wow, what an electric run there from Aiden Brown.
Aiden Brown hit the accelerator, had some space, and goes all the way for the touchdown. A 52-yard touchdown run.
Great.
Kylie, play action fake, rolling out to the left side. Looks like he's going to keep it himself. Gets across the 15 up to the 10. And nice move by
Nice
Kylie.
move.
And he's going to go in for the touchdown. Andrew Kylie, he faked everyone out. Well, he said it's a defensive lineman's dream to get an interception goal. And obviously you're on the back as well. Lamb looking to pass, looking way downfield for Andrew Cook. He's open. And he caught it.
He caught it.
What a catch by Andrew Cook. Wow, he almost dropped it. Fell to the ground and picked it up at the 7-yard line. Let's take a look at the replay. Wow, what a play by Andrew Cook. Well, welcome back, everyone, here to Veterans Memorial Stadium. We're just about underway here for the 82nd annual Thanksgiving football game between the North Quincy Red Raiders and the Quincy Presidents. Well, Jim, we're just about to get underway. As I mentioned, the teams are on the field. The band is out on the field as well. Any last thoughts before we get ready for our opening kickoff here?
No, we're about to have the national anthem, and what I'm delighted about is that Rich Keneally is back with the band. He's had a very difficult year health-wise, and it's great to see him today with his all-school band here. So that's a nice development, and I think we're going to begin with the national anthem momentarily.
All right, real quick, we're going to go one more quick break for our roll-in, and we'll be back with the national anthem and kickoff in just 1 second.
Remember those men and women who have served.
Well, again, welcome everyone to QATV's coverage of the 82nd annual Thanksgiving football game between the Quincy Presidents and the North Quincy Red Raiders. My name is Jonathan Caleri. I'm being joined by Jim Timmons, and Noel DeBone will be joining us from down on the field. We're getting ready for the posting of our colors right now by the ROTC from North Quincy High School, and we're getting ready for our national anthem as well, being performed by the combined band of Quincy and North Quincy High School under the direction of Richard Keneally.
And
And now, the playing of our national anthem by the combined Quincy and North Quincy bands under the direction of Richard Keneally and Mr. Joe Salvucci.
A great job there by the combined bands of Quincy and North Quincy High School on the national anthem. As always, here at Veterans Memorial Stadium to get each and every football game kicked off and ready to go. Well, Jim, we mentioned down on the field during the pregame show, North Quincy comes into the record of 2-8, Quincy with a record of 3-7, but North Quincy thinks they have a chance here, as always, on every Thanksgiving to pull off a big upset, and the weather conditions, as you mentioned during the pregame, exactly what they were hoping for.
Yeah, you're right, John. The talented Andrew Kiley is hoping during his senior year, his last football game at North, to lead his charges. He was talking this week about the fact that if they can play some mistake-free football and hang in there against Quincy, they have high expectations coming in. He's going to go out with the other two captains for North Quincy for the coin toss. North is the home team. There's a nice shot from our camera. Peter Doherty mans at the 50-yard line, and there are the three captains for North Quincy. Number 7, Andrew Kiley. Number 40, Alex Chen. And number 44, Zach Dangora. They're heading out to meet at midfield with Quincy captains William Young, big number 77, and then another guy we're going to talk a lot about today, a real favorite up here in the booth, James Lamb, the quarterback and leader of the Quincy Presidents.
All right, we're going to go down to the field for our coin toss.
All right, guys, we're going to have a great game this morning, okay? Fantastic game. Your last football game. Quincy, you're the visiting team. Captain Lamb, you're going to call the toss. What I have here, guys, is a 9/11 commemorative coin, okay? The World Trade Center is tails. The eagle is heads, okay? I use this coin in memory of a friend of mine, Kevin Connors from Wollaston. Went down in the World Trade Center. What are you calling, Captain Lamb? Tails he calls. Tails he calls. And it is a tail. Receive. You want to receive. Which goal do you want to defend, North Quincy? North Quincy up there. Quincy back here. Quincy has won the toss, elected to receive. Shake hands, guys. Let's have a great ball game now.
All right, so Quincy won the toss and they want to receive. Jim, we've seen that more and more often now, as I mentioned a couple times this season, that they like to get the ball really quick, get the ball first, and try to go down and make a score.
Yeah, Bill Reardon has always impressed us with the fact that he's willing to take a chance. He's very, very aggressive, and he knows that today one of the things he'd like to do is take whatever air is in the North Quincy balloon out as quickly as possible. So we did expect if they won the toss, they'd want to receive. North Quincy taking the very slight wind at their back. So North looking as well to try to get their offense going early. Got Noel DeBona down on the sideline there, John. He's been right there in front of the North huddle. I don't know if we want to go to him now real quickly before the kickoff.
Yeah, thank you, guys. We're down here on the field. You talk about injuries. Nobody's injured today. They're all playing. But last game against Mansfield, Jake Bergonzi, J.T. Bain, and Andrew Cook were sitting. They actually did not play in the game, so they're playing in there today. They didn't want to miss the Thanksgiving Day rivalry. Back up to you guys. Thank you.
All right, thanks, Noel.
We got Quincy all set up to receive the kick here. It's going to be interesting to see what happens coming out of the box. One thing Martin Dunham was talking about early on is that North's got high expectations for their special teams units here. They expect that this group's going to be able to do something to help affect the outcome of the game. There you see the group there, the North Quincy kickoff team. They'll be kicking off to Jave Handsome Fields, number 7, who's over on the far side of the field, and he's joined by Rita Lafta on the near side here. Those two guys are deep for the Presidents, and got an exciting crowd here. You see on the top of the screen there, Quincy is the visiting team. We got all blue and white that we're looking at. There's another nice shot of the blue and white side of the field, and going to be an interesting game as the Quincy unit, North Quincy unit splits, and we're going to be underway with this North Quincy kickoff, John.
All right, Derek Griffin will kick it away. We're underway here at the stadium, and ball is at the 30-yard line for Quincy, and coming loose, going down the field, crossing the 50, and up to the 45-yard line for Quincy High School was Garrett Cronin.
Well, nice job there by a guy that we haven't talked too much about this year, but junior Garrett Cronin reacting very well and getting right up a seam in the middle of the field. Not the way North Quincy wanted to see things start, but absolutely the way Bill Reardon and the Quincy Presidents want to see things start. They're already on the north side of the field, and they're looking to get right to work here, John.
All right, Lamb under center, hands off to Jave Handsome Fields, hands right up the middle, across the 30-yard line, now up to the 25, and a big first down on the very first play of the game.
Yeah, 2 big plays for the Presidents. They're coming out all cylinders firing here. One of the things that Coach Mark Nutley talked about is that we've got to finish our tackles today. And there was a missed tackle early on there, well, maybe a broken tackle, the way Handsome Fields can run. And Jave gets down inside the 25. Presidents on the march here early.
All right, ball at the North Quincy 25-yard line. Lamb passes to his right, and it's complete to number 2, Armani Cardoso. And he's going to get pushed out of bounds at the 16-yard line.
Yeah, nice little fake. Yeah, we got a replay here, and watch this. Just a little fake handoff and a rollout by Lamb. And the problem with Lamb is you've got to cover him. He's a talented runner. Once the defensive end for North commits, then Lamb dumped the ball into the flat. And nice pickup by Armani Cardoso.
2nd down and 1 now for the Presidents. Presidents are going from the south end zone to the north end zone. Lamb rolling out, looking to pass, and it is incomplete. Was looking for number 44, Jake Bergonzi.
Yeah, nice job of the coverage there by the Red Raiders. That was the same play, a little design rollout, trying to take advantage of Lamb's athleticism. Watch the replay here. You're going to see almost the exact same play. Now Lamb rolling out. He could have run that ball, but he saw Bergonzi open and just missed the connection there at the 5-yard line. Going to bring up a 3rd down and 1 for the Presidents.
Lamb in the shotgun. Back to pass, looking for Rita Lafter over to the left side, and we're going to say incomplete. Was being guarded by Eric Cohane-Jones.
Yeah, Cohane-Jones was right there on the coverage. So interesting. The Presidents being a little aggressive here. They had a 2nd and 1, John, unable to pick up a first down. They're now looking at a 4th and 1, and they're going to go for it here. 2 pass plays not successful. So we're 2 minutes into the football game, and already a big play here for both teams. President's looking to pick up a first down. North Quincy is going to get a timeout here as the defense has an opportunity to make a big play and wipe the slate clean off this early President charge, John.
All right, so I said it's going to be a 4th and 1. Ball is at the North Quincy 16-yard line. Presidents need to get to the 15 for the first down. 9:28 left to go here in the first quarter.
All right, so here they come, the Presidents, with a full house backfield behind Lamb.
All right, Lamb's going to give it Jave Hanson Fields. He's hitting the backfield, and he's still on his feet trying to get away. And he's going to get the first down and more. Jim, 5. Touchdown, Jave Hanson Fields. He was hit behind the line of scrimmage by number 57, Nick Manning. But Hanson Fields is able to spin away from the tackle and go in for the touchdown.
Wow, what an individual effort by Hanson Fields. Jave was stopped in the backfield, stopped for a loss. Watch this replay and watch the effort by Fields. He's hit almost right away. Here come more Red Raiders. He kept his legs grinding. He gets outside, and that's it. You're not going to catch Jave Hanson Fields once he's got green in front of him.
Rita Lafty will do the extra point. And it's up, that was number 12, Cody Desmond, who did the extra point. It's up, and it is good.
A terrific effort there by Hanson Fields. We should mention, too, Jave came into the game just short of 1,000 yards. Well, with his 2 big rushes here, he's gone over 1,000 yards for the season. He's over 2,000 yards for his career. Terrific stats for the young man. But more importantly, he's just put his Quincy High Presidents out to an early lead here, 7-0. And that was a big opportunity for the Red Raiders, John. And a back-breaking run by Jave Hanson Fields. Great individual effort.
All right, so that was Rita Lafty, on the extra point for the Presidents. So 7-0 Quincy with 9:17 left to go here in the first.
Lafty to kick off, John.
All right, Eric Cohane-Jones takes it at his 27-yard line, and he's going to get brought down almost immediately, but gain of about 10 up to the 34.
Yeah, Cohane-Jones did an excellent job of fielding a great squib kick, actually. Both teams have kicked off pretty well all season. Norse had the edge as far as their special teams goes. If you watch this replay, though, it's a perfectly executed squib kick because it gets through both lines of the Red Raiders. Fielded very well there, cleanly, and but covered by the Presidents. So the Presidents' kickoff unit does exactly what Coach Bill Reardon would have hoped. And here comes the Red Raider offense. Andrew Kiley is going to start in a shotgun here at just short of their 35, John.
All right, Quincy jumps off sides and flags are thrown.
Kiley with the hard count drew the Presidents offside.
We have offsides on the defense. Still first down.
All right, 5-yard penalty. We're bringing up a 1st and 5 now for North Quincy up to the 39.
Yeah, Kiley's going to be a big key today, John, how he plays. If Andrew can play mistake-free and stay on this offensive group, North could have some success. This is going to be an important possession. See if North Quincy can't answer the early President's success.
Handoff up the middle, Davon Jones, and he may get a yard on the play. We'll see where they spot it, and it will be a gain of 1.
Yeah, Jones was hitting the backfield, did a nice job. Although North Quincy is hoping that it's their passing game that brings some success today, Coach Mark Nutley did say that they need to establish the run against this President defense. So we're going to see plays similar to that, I'm sure. And there's going to be some pressure on this North Quincy offensive line here. We'll talk about them in a moment after this play.
2nd down and 4 now for North Quincy. Kiley looking to pass over to his left side, and it is caught by Solomon Warren at the 28-yard line. Great play by North Quincy.
I'll tell you what, there it is right there. This game has started off. And we talked about some of the interesting factors here, the Jave Handsome Fields, James Land explosiveness. Well, the passing game for the Red Raiders, if you watch this replay, we're going to see Andrew Kiley drop back and throw a beautiful tight spiral to Solomon Umoran, and look at that reception. Solomon is a terrific athlete, a young man who's playing for the first time as a senior, but he looked experienced there.
All right, so 1st and 10 for the Red Raiders. Kiley's going to keep it himself on the run, cross the 25 to 20, and finally brought down at the 18. A flag is thrown, though, back at the 25.
Yeah, the preliminary sign is a hold against North Quincy. Let's see what the call is.
We have holding, number 77 on the offense. Repeat first down.
All right, that one goes against Connor Pound. The North Quincy, there's a shot of the future. Those guys will be on the field, I'd say, in about 7 or 8 years. But right now, they're watching what is starting out as a very interesting game. Both teams really going at each other. The North Quincy offensive line, big number 77, Connor Pound. Number 74, Seamus Broughton. Derek Hunn, number 72, is outside at the right tackle spot. Nick Manning, number 55, and Fred Barsamian, number 54. Those guys are going to be busy today. Several of them go both ways, but North Quincy's going to be counting on them to perform against a President defensive line that's big and tough and hard to move. So here comes North with a 1st and 20 at the 35, John.
All right, Kiley again in the shotgun. Hands off to Davon Jones, and Davon Jones gets brought down. Another flag, multiple flags thrown on the play. Could be a face mask against the Presidents.
Yeah, the way Jones got spun around, that's going to be the call. So
We have a personal foul, grabbing the face mask, number 44. Automatic first down.
Well, that one's against Bergonzi, who's an aggressive linebacker. You talked about him during the preliminaries here to the game. Jake is a young man who grew up north of Furnace Brook Parkway, we'll say. He's got a lot of friends wearing red and black, but he has been the heart and soul of this Quincy President defense today. And in his effort to make a play, he got a hold of the face mask there. And call goes against the Presidents. North gets the 10 yards back that they had lost. Their 1st and 10 here. Let's see what they can do.
All right, again, Jones on the carry, and he may get back to the line of scrimmage. He may have actually even lost a yard. And, yeah, he loses 1 yard on the play back to the 23-yard line.
Coach Mark Nutley and Mike Hansen, the assistant coach who runs the offense, still looking to establish the run here and do something relative to establishing the line of scrimmage. But this Quincy defensive line, Curtis Calley, Mike Monroe, Bill Young, and Abraham Hody, hard to move, and they've been stalwarts early on here. North has got nothing from the ground game. They've been going to the air. And Bill Reardon calling an early timeout here, John.
All right, so with 5:59 left to go here in the first quarter, Quincy on top by a score of 7-0. However, North Quincy is driving, and they're going to have a second down at the Quincy High School 23-yard line. Real quick, while we have a moment, while we go down to Noel DeBona down the field for an update. Noel, take it away.
Guys, thanks a lot, guys. You know, we're battling here on the field, and I'll say North Quincy's strength is going to be to pass the ball. You know, and they're trying to set up for it, getting Davon Jones a couple carries up here in the middle. But I tell you, North Quincy's sideline right here today, they're pumped up. They're ready to go. Coach Nutley's got these kids ready, fired up, and Quincy's called the timeout. So let's see what North Quincy can do here on this drive. Back up to you guys.
Thanks, Noel. It is an important drive, John. Red Raiders would like to show the Presidents that they're here to stay here for 4 quarters. Quincy came out and did exactly what they wanted to do, probably even more explosively than Bill Reardon would have liked. He would have loved to have taken some time off the clock and grind things down. But getting into the end zone and 7 points, you take it however you get it, and Quincy did it very quickly. North answering. They're second 11 here, just inside the 25, and Kylie is again in the shotgun.
She said second down and 11. Kylie gets it, fakes it, trying to roll out, passes as he gets hit into the end zone, looking for Davon Jones. Eric Cohane-Jones, and he caught it out of bounds. Eric Cohane-Jones was at the back corner of the end zone, and the pass brought him just out of bounds, as we'll see here on the replay.
Yeah, watch this replay. You're going to see Kylie get some air into this one, and Davon Jones staying right with it the whole way. Kylie just gets rid of it as he got hit. Now Jones has some distance between him and the defensive back. The defensive back may have got there a little early as well, but the ball was clearly beyond the end zone, and although Jones made the play on it, and there may have been an interference possibility, that that play was determined by the fact that the ball was clearly outside the end zone. So North now looking at a 3rd and 11.
Kylie in the center, play action fake. Looking to pass downfield, throws it again in the end zone, and great play by Jave Hanson-Fields to knock the ball away. Eric Cohane-Jones was again in the corner of the end zone, was wide open until the very last second, as we'll see in the replay.
Yeah, watch this replay. You're going to see Kylie think about running, but then he sees his open receiver, sets his feet beautifully, steps into it, and you see a guy wide open in the end zone. And look at Hanson-Fields' close on that ball. It was his absence for a couple of games toward the end of the season that hurt the President defensive backfield, John, and may perhaps have created a perception that Quincy was vulnerable to the pass. But Hanson-Fields is back, made a terrific play on that one. And now the Red Raiders, like the Presidents earlier, they're in a 4th down situation. North, though, 4th and 11.
Kylie back to pass. Being pressured out of the pocket, looking, has some space over to the left. Passes into the end zone again, and it is a jump ball. And it looks like Jave Hanson-Fields has picked it off, and he did. A touchback for the Presidents.
All right, now on a play like that, I think that you give Kylie credit for going for the end zone. Here's the replay. You're going to see Kylie under pressure get forced out of the pocket. He does a nice job of resetting himself here. When you see him get to the top of the screen, he stops, throws a nice ball into the end zone, and this is essentially a punt, John. It's not too big a deal that there was an interception. He gave it a shot. We give him credit for that. Hanson-Fields again making the play. So the Presidents stop the Red Raiders on their first possession. Quincy defense steps up big. Here's James Land with the Presidents offense in their second possession.
Lamb looking to pass himself over the middle of the field to Rita Lafty. It's caught. Great catch there by Rita Lafty at the 36-yard line to move the chains.
Wow, I'll tell you what, in coverage too. A beautifully thrown ball by Lamb. Lamb can do it all, John. And if you watch the replay, you're going to see Lamb just drops back, surveys the field. Once he sees Lafty coming across, he throws a beautiful ball where only Lafty could catch it. And he went up and got that ball in traffic. Great job by both players. Quincy, 1st and 10 from their 36.
Lamb hands the ball off. Jave Hanson-Fields explodes through the middle of the field, cuts over to the right-hand side towards the far bench, and gets tackled at midfield for another President's first down.
Yeah, he's going to be just over the midfield, or just short of it, rather, now that they've placed it. And he just exploded up that right side. Lamb, there you see him coming back to the huddle. He was the MVP of the Patriot League this year. A terrific athlete, a great leader. He's a great kid as well. Respected in the classroom, in the corridors, and on the football field. And he's done very well here. And life is easier when you're handing the ball off to number 7, John.
All right, and they hand it off to number 7, Hanson-Fields again. He spins his way over to the 45-yard line for a gain of 5, as you'll see in the replay from Jave Hanson-Fields.
Yeah, watch him. He sets up beautifully. He's got some blocks out there on the right side. And what you saw there, the double spin, he is just so active. He just keeps his legs grinding. Coach Nutley talked about the fact that the boys have to finish their tackles for the Red Raiders. And so far, that's been a problem, exacerbated, complicated by the fact that Hanson Field's a guy you just can't take down.
I hand off to Hanson Fields again over to the left side. He's powering his way forward, Jim, for the first down. And he should have enough for the first down. He gets brought down by Zach Dangora and Marcello Toscanini.
Yeah, we love Marcello Toscanini. Those two guys right there, as you watch the replay, they're the captains of the Patriot League all-name team. Marcello Toscanini and Jave Hanson Fields. Love those guys with Zach Dangora mixed in. Here comes Dangora to finish the tackle. And Presidents 1st and 10 from the 40. On the march again.
I just said 1st and 10, 3 minutes left to go here in the first quarter. James Lamb rolling out to his right, and is going to keep the ball himself, runs up the middle, gets hit but stays on his feet, and will maybe get a gain of 1. Was hit initially by Derek Hung for the Red Raiders.
Yeah, if we can get that replay up, watch the replay and watch number 77 for the Red Raiders and what he does. He's going to be getting blocked on the outside, but he turns Lamb inside, which is critical. North Quincy got beat a lot this season on the outside. Had Lamb got around and outside of Connor Pound there, he had a lot of green space in front of him. Pound turned him back inside. Red Raider red shirts there to make the tackle. And Quincy's looking at a 2nd and 9, John.
All right, 2nd down and 9, but just as they were snapping the ball, Coach Bill Rannon called a timeout from the sidelines. That's Quincy's 2nd timeout of the first half. 2:09 left to go in the first. Quincy on top by a score of 7-0.
Yeah, it's been an interesting first quarter here. Both teams really going at each other. I want to talk briefly about the Quincy offensive line, John. It's a unit that's been terrific all year. 56, Curtis Cali. 55, Steve Scalaro. Number 51, Mike Monroe. The captain, number 77, William Young, and number 70, Big Abraham Hody. He's over here on the left side, the left tackle. This is a group of young men who have been strong all year, resilient all year, opened up holes for Jave Hanson Fields, and here they are in a 2nd and 9 going to work.
Ram rolling out, pass is complete to number 44 for the Presidents, Jake Bergonzi, and that'll be enough to move the chains for a President's first down. He gets brought down to 25.
Yeah, the problem the Red Raiders have, watch the replay here. Once Lamb gets outside, the linebackers for North Quincy have to come up and take him on. When that happens, you see him throwing the ball right over the linebackers. And what Quincy's doing here, they're doing a great job of taking advantage of the Lamb athleticism, getting him outside, forcing North's linebackers to come up. And the receivers who are coming across the seams here for the Quincy Presidents are getting in behind the linebackers and really pressuring the Red Raiders secondary. Umoran made a nice tackle on that play, but it's a first down for Quincy. And they continue this impressive drive.
Hanson Fields with a carry across the 20-yard line, still on his feet. He'll get up to about the 18-yard line before he is brought down by North Quincy. Look up, getting off the bottom of the pile there for North Quincy. It was number 57, Nick Manning.
Yeah, watch the replay here, and you're going to see a gaping hole on the right side, and you see a pulling guy, number 55, Steve Scalaro. He's over here, the left guard. You saw him pull, which means he came from the left side over to the right and make a terrific block on the Red Raider linebacker to free up Hanson Fields. Nice 7-yard gain for Quincy.
All right, under a minute to go here in the first quarter. Lamb play action fake, rolling out to his right, fires and is complete to number 42, Alex Leo, and he's going to get hit out of bounds at the 4-yard line. Another first down, 1st and goal for the Presidents.
All right, watch this replay again, and what you're going to see is a receiver getting behind the North Quincy linebackers who have to come up and defend against Lamb. There's number 34 for North Quincy, a guy that we talked about a little earlier, Marcello Toscanini. He's a linebacker who's got 115 tackles this year. Well, he is really under pressure. You got the Lamb rolling out in the flat that he's got to take seriously, and he's got receivers behind him constantly here. So simple game plan working well for the President.
All right, Lamb rolls out to his left, and it is an easy touchdown pass for Armani Cardoso, all alone in the end zone, and the Presidents strike again.
Yeah, using the same formula. Watch the replay. And what you're going to see is Lamb rolling out. Once he gets out there, the linebackers have to react. But open in the flat, Armani Cardoso. And the Presidents with 2 touchdowns in this first quarter, taking what will be a 14-0 lead. Oh, actually, no, he missed that to the right. So it's going to be 13-0 Presidents after 2 impressive drives. The second one taking just over 5 minutes off the clock, 5:04, John. So Bill Reardon has got everything he wanted here. On the first possession, they got 7 points. On the next possession, the type of grinding drive that he wants to see in this first half against the Red Raiders. Tough pill for the North Quincy Red Raiders to swallow, but they've got to react here, John.
All right, so as you said, 24 seconds left to go in the first quarter. As you see on the screen, the 2 principals, Frank Santoro, Larry Taglieri for Quincy High School there, looking happily upon the field here as we see them on the camera. Want to remind all of our viewers, if you're looking for program schedule information when the Thanksgiving Day game will be replayed, go to qatv.org for all the replay times.
Another squib kick here, executed well.
All right, Eric Cohen-Jones takes it. He crossed the 50-yard line, crossed the 40, out the 30-yard line, 25, 20, and finally knocked out of bounds at the 15-yard line. A great return by Eric Cohen-Jones.
Oh, good for Eric Cohen-Jones, and good for the Red Raiders.
Well, let's take a look at the replay of the return here by Eric Cohen-Jones. He has some space down the left sideline. You see him pick up there at the 29-yard line, and great return here.
Yeah, this is what North Quincy needs to do, John. If they're going to stay in this ball game, it seems that they're going to have to be answering to what this President offense does. I don't know, the way Bill Reardon has this game plan and the way his guys are performing, particularly Lamb and Handsome Fields, I don't know that North's going to be able to stop the President offense. But plays like this and the Red Raider offense, if they can answer, they can stay in the game. That was a big play on that kickoff return.
All right, Andrew Kiley kept the ball himself and is going to lose a yard on the play, it looks like, back to the 16-yard line. And that will be the final play of the first quarter. So at the end of the first, Quincy 13, North Quincy 0, but North Quincy is driving down, looking to make a score of themselves. Well, I'm going down to Noel DeBono down on the field for an update. Noel.
Thanks a lot, guys. You know, just talking, it's a good drive here right here, but just talking a little bit about what they did on Saturday is they had the second annual alumni game. Scott Campbell and Sean Glennon set this up the second year in a row. They raised $10,000 for the program, so it's $5,000 for each program. And we're talking to the principal, Larry Taglieri, and myself. We played in the game, and he said we weren't too sore this year. So Quincy actually ended up winning this game, and North Quincy won last year. The series is tied 1-1. It's been a tradition here in Quincy, North Quincy now. Right after Little Turkey Day, they play these games. So back up to you guys. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Noel. In fairness, I wanted to mention John pointed on a screenshot to the 2 principals of Quincy High. Quincy has only 1 principal, John, and a retired principal, just to fairness to Larry Taglieri, who is probably not willing to share his job and has done an excellent job of stepping in after Frank Santoro did a terrific job of bringing Quincy High School into its new era in its new building. But those 2 guys over on the sidelines and have to be happy with what's going on early on as the Presidents had a terrific first quarter. Absolutely flawless on both sides of the ball. North continues to try to challenge the defensive line of Quincy, but Curtis Cali, Mike Monroe, William Young, and Abraham Hody have really been stalwarts here, stoning any potential for North Quincy running game.
All right, Davon Jones on the carry. He's going to get across the 15 up to the 14-yard line on the first play of the second quarter.
Yeah, and one of the guys we saw on the stop, number 35, Garrett Cronin, he's the one who had the big kickoff return. If you watch the replay, you're going to see trying to get over the left side, and there's just nothing there. And that's Cronin in on the tackle. Cronin started things off big time for Quincy, and in on the tackle there. So here comes Andrew Kiley, 2nd and 9, inside the 15.
Kiley rolling out to his right, looking into the end zone for Cohane Jones. He catches it, and touchdown, Eric Cohane Jones. A great throw there, and an even better catch by Eric Cohane Jones.
I'll tell you what, you got to give Kiley all the credit in the world. We're going to watch the replay here, and I'd like you to look to the top of your screen. Top of your screen, you're going to see what Kiley's looking at here, which is a covered Cohane Jones. You see him, he is covered. But Kiley goes anyway, and Cohane Jones makes the reception in the end zone. Absolutely terrific stuff there by both players, and North Quincy back in it.
And extra point attempt is blocked by Quincy, so it'll be no good. So 13-6 will be our score, and a little extracurricular activity after the play there.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure whether that's verbal or something happened on the field. One thing I was going to talk about before the game started is the fact that Jared Griffin, a freshman kicker, could be an X factor here if this game stays close, because he is capable of executing a field goal. That time, the snap was high, the point after totally broke down, and Griffin attempted anyway. I hope his leg's all right, because he blasted right into 4 white shirts, and hope his knee is okay. That drive took all of 1 minute, John, and the key on that drive is some air back in the sails of the North Quincy Red Raiders. They were a dispirited group after that first quarter, but a 1 minute drive, and they're right back in this ball game. So nice to see for North Quincy. We want to see this game be competitive. As I said in the preliminary comments, Quincy's got the burden of high expectation here. Everyone in the stadium knows what type of year the Presidents had. They're a terrifically talented squad, and they come in with everyone expecting them to win. North hanging tough so far, but got to give credit to Bill Reardon and the Presidents. They've been executing, and they have a 13-6 lead as North Quincy prepares to kick off, John.
All right, so North Quincy right back in the ball game. Jim, we always talk about on Thanksgiving morning, you can forget about their records because both teams come up pumped, ready to play, and each team gives their best effort. And we saw that right there. North Quincy comes right back down the field after a Quincy touchdown with their own 14-yard touchdown pass from Kiley to Eric Cohane Jones. 13-6, 10-12 left to go in the second quarter. All right, Jared Griffin kicks it off, and it's fielded by number 2, Armani Cardoso, at the 30-yard line. Trying to make something happen, but he cannot. He's brought down at about the 36, making the 37.
Yeah, nice job by Cardoso. He cut in front of Garrett Cronin, who had stars in his eyes again when he saw that ball coming his way, looking to replicate the first run back. But Cardoso grabbed it, got a nice run back. Presidents are going to start with great field position just outside the 35 at the 37. And James Lamb back on the field is not something you want to see if you're a Red Raider fan. James coming out confidently under center here, looking to respond to that North Quincy touchdown.
All right, handoff goes to Java Hanson Fields. He crosses the 40 and will fight his way up to about the 43-yard line. So nice gain on first down for the Presidents.
Yeah, a little better job of tackling there. Zach Dangora made the tackle. No second effort for Hanson Fields on that one. Although, you know, you stop him after a 5 or 6 yard gain and you're grateful. That's what type of talent Hanson Fields has. So North Quincy makes a stop. Going to be a 2nd and 4. Quincy has a lot of options here. They're going to have 2 wideouts split to Lamb's right here. And let's see what the Presidents do on 2nd and 4.
Offset I backfield behind James Lamb. Handoff, Java Hanson-Fields. And he's still on his feet trying to make something happen. He was initially Jim up to the 46-yard line, but kept his feet moving and goes backwards. And we're going to see where they spot the forward progress.
Yeah, watch the replay here. You're going to see Toscanini hit him and just hang in there the whole way. Marcello had 115 tackles coming into the game this year, and you're going to see why. Marcello's there, and he holds on. That time he stayed with the tackle, something that Coach Nutley had talked about. Toscanini already has 7 tackles today, according to our statistician, Martin Dunham.
All right, so Hanson-Fields gets a friendly spot there with the forward progress at the 45 instead of back around the 40. James Lamb quickly comes up. He was in the shotgun, ran up to go under center, and it looks like he's going to get North Quincy to jump off sides.
Yeah, nice job by the Presidents. A little gimmicky, and it worked. And I think that an off-balance and eager Nick Manning jumped into the line here. Let's see what the linemen say. They might have seen someone move, but it looks like the way they're gesturing is going to go against North.
We have a dead ball foul. Offsides on the defense. First down.
Coach Nutley is trying to negotiate with the referee something that he saw out there, but falling on deaf ears. There you see a shot of Coach Nutley, who will not give up on his point. He feels very certain that what he saw, I think what he was concerned about is that Lamb never set. And he is not happy about that call at all. So Presidents are on the 50-yard line, 1st and 10.
All right, 8 minutes exactly to go here in the second quarter. Lamb back to pass, pump fakes, looking downfield, and it's complete to number 85, J.T. Bain at the 10, makes a man miss at the 5, and will go into the end zone. He gets away from Solomon Yamorin, and is a 50-yard touchdown pass for the Presidents.
Yeah, beautiful job by Lamb. Watch this replay, folks. Bain's over here at the bottom part of your screen. Now watch Lamb. Little shoulder fake, as John said. That got Solomon Yamorin up. He's the free safety. Meanwhile, Bain did a little crossing route. He knows Yamorin's there. Little Rob Gronkowski action there as he shrugged off the tackle, get into the end zone. So J.T. Bain goes from the DL to the end zone here. J.T. Bain has an interesting stat line, John. He's got 6 receptions on the season, 4 for touchdowns. So nice job. Presidents going for 2 here after their earlier missed extra point.
All right, they get Hanson-Fields. Hanson-Fields is going to be down short of the 2-point conversion. He was trying to make some men miss, but could not. So with 7:42 left to go in the second quarter, Quincy gets back up top 19-6 after the 50-yard touchdown pass.
Yeah, John, another quick drive by the Presidents. That one, 2 minutes, 21 seconds. So they came out and scored in a 1-minute drive on their first possession. On their first possession of the second quarter, it's 2:21. Time of possession, not that skewed really. Quincy had the ball just short of 7 minutes in the first quarter. North had it for 4, a little over 4. But the key is that the President offense now is 3 for 3. And North not showing signs that they're going to stop them. Lamb very confident, and he's so able. He's got so many tools here. We haven't even seen James Lamb run the ball yet. And you recall when Hanson-Fields was out that Lamb was the running game. So the guy is phenomenally talented. He's in control today. And he's got the Presidents up 19-6. Let's see how North Quincy answers, John.
Rita Lafty kicks it, and it's a squib kick. North has some trouble fielding it, and finally Nick Manning jumps on it at the 31.
Yeah, I'll give credit also to Eric Cohane-Jones. He did an excellent job of getting in there and helping out Manning. Manning was having a little trouble with it. He's an up back. He's out there to block, not to field kicks. And typically, you find Nick Manning manning his spot on the offensive line. So we give him credit for hanging in there. He did a good job of following his fumble drill fundamentals. He fell on the ball. Cohane Jones dived in on top of it as well to protect it. So North Quincy's going to start 1st and 10 just north of their 30-yard line. And here comes Andrew Kiley.
All right, Kiley pitches it to his right to Davon Jones. Jones crosses the 30 and will get brought down at about the 33-yard line for a gain of 2 for North Quincy.
Well, nice job by North Quincy of adjusting a little bit here to what's going on, John. They've tried to run inside the tackles. That time a little toss sweep, trying to get the ball outside, give their running back some room. They're not necessarily conceding to the President defensive line, but they are trying to make them move a bit. They gave the running back a little space. I tried to turn it up. Quincy did an excellent job of containing that one. 2-yard gain, and here comes North Quincy with a 2nd and 8.
Andrew Kiley in the shotgun. Davon Jones on the carry. He gets hit and stopped immediately. Coming up for Quincy High School to make the initial hit was number 53, Nick Fahey.
Yeah, totally stoned there. No gain, actually a loss of 1. So with the clock running, North Quincy facing a 3rd and 11. They have got to hang tough here, and the Presidents continue to perform really, really well, John, on both sides of the ball. The defense, we've been talking about their offense, but this defense is really performing well today.
Loss of 3 on the play, so brings up a 3rd and 11 now for the Red Raiders. And Coach Mark Nutley for North Quincy is going to call a timeout from the sideline.
Yeah, I'm intrigued by the fact, I should say, that both coaches using their timeouts very liberally in this first half. They know how critically it is. Bill Reardon, a fast start, wants to get on the Raiders, and from the Red Raider perspective, they want to hang tough. Martin Dunham talked about the fact in the preliminaries that it's very important for North. They're normally in games as the first half ends. The third quarter has been their nemesis. Well, it's important for North Quincy to hang in here in this first half, and so far they've been doing so. But this is an important 3rd and 11, John.
All right, Kiley back to pass, looking, and it is complete to Eric Cohane Jones at the 50-yard line. Great job there by Cohane Jones to go up and get that ball, and a first down for North Quincy.
Oh, I'll tell you, you are absolutely correct. Watch this replay, and you're going to see Cohane Jones just go up in a crowd and pluck this reception. Kiley throwing a beautiful ball, and there's Cohane Jones. No hesitation whatsoever. So, well done. You see number 21 for the Presidents coming through the screen there, Rita Lafter. He had visions on that ball. He was playing the ball there, not the receiver. And North Quincy with a big first down, John. They're at the 50 now. Let's see what happens on this one.
Flags thrown on the play. It looked like North Quincy jumped on the false start, but we'll wait to see if he was drawn.
Yeah, I think they may call this one against the Presidents.
We have a dead ball foul, offsides on the defense. Repeat first down.
Yeah, that time Manning made contact. You're able to move as an offensive lineman if the defensive lineman gives you a sense that he's going to penetrate there. That time the defensive lineman came charging across. Manning reacted to him, touched him, and that contact prompted the whistle. Call against the Presidents, 1st and 5 for North Quincy.
Kiley takes the handoff, trying to run outside himself. Has Cohane Jones open on the sideline, and it is incomplete. Deflected away there by Jave Hanson-Fields.
I'm going to tell you a couple of things I'm seeing here from the Red Raider perspective that you have to be happy about. Andrew Kiley has been under pressure all game, but he's been very composed. He's continually looking downfield. And the key that I'm seeing here that I want to talk about, I keep seeing him patting kids from Quincy on the helmet or on the back after plays. He's maintaining his composure out there, and that's important. The President's quarterback, James Land, has been composed all season. Andrews had some tough ups and downs this year, but he's very composed and in control here. Let's see if he can help this Red Raider offense get down the field.
All right, Kylie under pressure, trying to get away from harm's way, and he cannot. Ball comes loose, and they're going to say he is down on the ground before the ball came out, back at the 45-yard line is where he gets sacked.
All right, President defense all over Kylie. One guy getting up slowly, and we're sorry to see it, is Garrett Cronin. You don't want to see anyone get injured, but also when you have a key guy like linebacker Garrett Cronin out there, the way he's been playing, looks like his knee got nicked up a bit. We'll hope he's okay. John, I have to tell you, this President defensive line has just been awesome. The Red Raiders cannot move the ball against them, and during the passing plays, they've had terrific penetration, and Kylie's been running all over the field here. On that play, that was the story. They really broke everything down. Kylie had no time, tackled for no gain, and it's 3rd and 5, Red Raiders.
Kylie keeps it himself, crosses the 45, getting up to the 40-yard line, and that's where his forward progress was stopped. He should have enough for the first down, and he does. Great job by Andrew Kylie. Kept his legs moving and picks up a first down.
Yeah, terrific job. Watch the replay. Everyone's expecting the the pass here, rather. And Kylie, I think it's a nice call, definitely a design quarterback run. Kylie running inside the guards, knowing that the Quincy pressure was going to come from the outside. The President's expecting a pass, trying to pressure the quarterback, came charging up. And North took advantage of that aggression, John, with a little inside quarterback keeper. And North Quincy picks up a big first down. They're at the President's 40 and marching.
Kylie takes the handoff, keeps himself, runs out to the south side, gets across the 30-yard line, up to the 25 where he is brought down. The entire Quincy line bit on that fake, Jim. Kylie took advantage of it and picks up 15 for the first down.
Yeah, this is what I was alluding to earlier. He is very composed out there. They're now taking full advantage of this Quincy aggression. It's what Bill Reardon has done on the President's side of the ball. The North Quincy linebackers don't know what to do, John, with the way that the James Lamb and the President offense is operating, as we said earlier. Well, Kylie's starting to show that type of composure and leadership from the Red Raiders side of the ball, and this is a big drive for North Quincy.
All right, 1st and 10, ball at the 25-yard line of the Presidents. Davon Jones on the handoff, and he's going to get tackled by 6 Presidents for a loss of 2 on the play.
I'm not sure how there couldn't be a flag on this one. I'd like to see the replay here. Let's see what's going on. Yeah, the officials are going to huddle. Watch the replay here, and the ball is not yet snapped, and there's bodies flying everywhere, so let's see what the officials do with this.
I believe, Jim, they were calling for the trainer to go over to the Quincy side of the field.
Oh, okay. Thought they were calling for an official. I hope that's not. I'm suspecting, because he's not. Oh, he is out there, Cronin. Let's just hope whoever's being attended to is okay. So we're 2nd and 12, 2 minutes to go. This drive, just over 5 minutes by the Red Raiders. A terrific response to what the President offense has done, but they're looking at 2nd and 12 here.
Play action fake, Kylie looking to pass, fires down the middle of the field, ball's tipped and incomplete. Went through the hands of number 3, Solomon Yamorin.
Number 7,
If you watch the replay, you're going to see a surrounded Solomon Yamorin, and I tried to make a play. On the ball, Kylie dropping it through. There's Yamorin trying to make the play. And President said that one all smoked out here. With 1:47 to go, the clock stops. Another big 3rd down play. This is the big third down on this drive here, John. So far, the Raiders have pulled rabbits out of a hat. This is a big one. And Coach Mark Nutley calling a timeout here. with 1:47 to go. He's getting some water out to his guys, trying to give them a little break. Several of these guys, as we talked about earlier, they go both ways, and I think Coach Nutley is reading the fatigue factor.
All right, we're going to Noel DeBona for an update. Noel.
Thanks a lot, John. We're down here on the field. I just wanted the injury update is Jake Bergonzi, number 44, is not in there on defense. They got Bobby Salvucci in there at number 87. That could be a big thing for what Coach Mark Nutley might do. They've gone after him on that side, where on the weak side there. He's playing the will linebacker. So let's see what Quincy and North Quincy actually going to do on this play. You know, I think Andrew Kiley, like you said, is doing a fantastic job. He's throwing the ball away. He's playing good under pressure, and he's keeping his composure. So let's see what North Quincy can do on this drive. Back up to you guys.
All right, thanks, Noel. We'll see how the Bergonzi injury affects the Presidents. We can see him down at the 50-yard line being attended to by the trainer and one of the coaches for the Presidents looking at his left arm, it looks like. So not exactly sure what the injury is, but we'll see how the Red Raiders can try to exploit that injury.
Yeah, let's hope he's okay. The way he's acting, it looks like he could be all right. Linebacker with an arm injury, it's more than likely a bruise. He may have taken a helmet to the arm or whatever, but let's hope Jake is okay.
All right, 3rd and 12 for North Quincy. Kiley trying to set up the screen, and it's complete at the 20-yard line, and finally brought down is number 44, Zach Dangora, at the 19-yard line.
All right, we're in 4-down territory here, definitely, particularly with the fact that the clock is running down. We're at 1:30. Watch the replay. It looks like Kiley's in big trouble, but as John said, they're just setting up the screen here. All the linemen release. They get the ball into the middle of the field. It was a well-designed play, but a terrific job. I mean, this is what we're talking about with these guys. Quincy has so many big bodies out there. That was big number 75, Isaiah Uzamir, on the tackle. Isaiah did a great job of reading the screen and bringing down the receiver.
4th and 3. North's going to go for it. Kiley on the keeper. Has to get to the 15-yard line, and he does. Fights his way up to about the 14, and we'll see if it's a 14 or 13. Nonetheless, a first down for the North Quincy Red Raiders.
Great effort by Kiley. The young man is really performing here. Watch the replay. You're going to see again Kiley just inside his left guard. Nice job by number 77, Connor Pound, of opening up a seam for Kiley, and he took full advantage.
Kiley rolling out to his right, looking. He's going to run it himself. He's up to the 10 and tripped out of bounds there by number 35 for the Presidents, Garrett Cronin, and they're going to mark him down at the 10.
All right, we got 32 seconds left. Ball is on the 10. Watch the replay. You're going to see a great block on the outside. Look at that block there. We'll get the numbers after, but you see Kiley turning it upfield, being pursued. He goes out of bounds just inside the 10. 32 seconds left, John. Norse used, I believe, 3 of their timeouts, haven't they? So they
Correct.
have 2 left?
Correct.
That's critical here.
Just being...
No, go ahead, Sean.
I was going to say, just being informed by Martin Dunham, Garrett Cronin on the tackle. That's his 6th tackle here today to push Andrew Kiley out of bounds. So 2nd down and 7 now for the Red Raiders. Ball at the North Quincy, at the Quincy 10-yard line. Kiley fumbles the snaps, trying to get out of harm's way, and he's going to dump it off to Zach Dangora, and he's going to get to the 20-yard line. Big loss there, and timeout quickly called by Mark Nutley.
Yeah, well, here you see the good and bad of Andrew Kiley. The young man is always trying to make a play. And that time, as we know from up here in the booth and our nice little view here where no one's chasing us, if he had perhaps thrown it at the feet of the receiver rather than trying to make the play happen, they would have got the ball, it would have been 3rd and whatever from the 10-yard line. Now it's going to be 3rd and 11 from the 20. Actually, it's 3rd and 16 from the 20. Red Raiders have a long way to go here. As we alluded to earlier, they've been pulling rabbits out of the hat on successive 3rd downs, and this is yet another on what has been a drive that's consumed a little over 6 minutes here now. So, if nothing else, they've kept James Lamb and Jave Handsome Fields the running back off the field here, John.
All right, 19-6, Quincy on top. 21 seconds left to go here in the second quarter. North Quincy with the ball. They have one timeout remaining, Jim. Ball is at the 20-yard line, and it's third and about 17, or as you said, 16 for North Quincy. We'll see what they can do. As you said, they do have one timeout left. 7 minutes and 18 seconds this drive has lasted so far for North Quincy. So they have succeeded in keeping the Quincy Presidents offense off the field. They'd love to get some points right here now before they go into the half. Kylie under center. Play action fake. Goes back to Davon Jones. He has it at the 15, at the 10. Makes a man and rolls over a man. Rita Lafty. And will get up to about the 7-yard line. Importantly, goes out of bounds as well to save the timeout.
I'll tell you what. That is a collision. Watch this replay. Jones and Lafty just had a big league football collision there, and I hope both young men are okay. Although I think Jones had the edge here because he delivered the hit. But watch this collision here. Bang. Oh, that is something else. And North Quincy, 4-down territory. It's 4th and 3, 13 seconds left. Noel DeBoner, he's right down there where that collision occurred. We'll have to ask him if there's an opportunity, what that one sounded like. He was right on that one. Here we go, John.
All right, we're at the 7-yard line. Kylie back to pass, and he's going to get sacked. Big play there by Quincy to sack Andrew Kylie and get a turnover on downs.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, Garrett Cronin, who's having the game of his life here, and Mike Monroe get in on Kylie. Kylie was looking downfield the whole time. He saw a receiver, and just as he set to throw, everything broke down. Cronin and Monroe get in on him for a big sack, and with 5 seconds left, we're going to expect Quincy. Well, we would expect them to take a knee and go to the locker room, but you never know with Coach Bill Reardon. So they do line up. It appears they're just going to take a knee and go to the locker room after an extraordinarily impressive first half by the Presidents. They just played mistake-free, flawless football, and they're going to go to the locker room with a big 19-6 lead, John.
All right, we're going to see if Noel DeBoner can get Coach Bill Reardon as he comes over to the sideline for an interview. So we'll see what he can do. But again, it's 19-6 is our score at the half. Quincy High School, a huge play there coming into the half, Jim, to stop North Quincy. North had built some momentum there. It was a drive that lasted almost 8 minutes, I believe, going down the field and doing a great job there. And we'll see if we can get the game camera back onto the screen here for you for some action. And doing a great job. And let's see, we'll see if we can find Noel DeBoner, who is looking for Coach Bill Reardon.
Yeah.
So anyway, so the momentum was stopped there by the Presidents. A huge turn of events there for Quincy.
All right, Noel's got Coach Reardon. Take it away, Noel.
All right, we're going to Noel DeBoner down the field. Noel?
Down here on the field with Coach Reardon. Hey, North Quincy's coming out with some stuff out of the hat here, 19-6. Quincy's still doing a great job. Anything going on out there?
No, I mean, we were fully prepared for North Quincy to come out and play the best game of their season, which, they're playing great, which is to be expected. Thanksgiving, we knew that Coach Notley and Coach DeWitt would have them ready to go. So this is pretty good. It's a lot of fun.
It is a lot of fun. It's a great game. You stopped them in the end zone right there with Jave Hanson-Fields getting the interception, and then you went back to J.T. Bain with the air. You thinking of going ground game and then passing it, or are you going to stick with what you're going?
Well, I'd like to continue to mix it up. I mean, if we can keep them off balance and guessing, that's to our advantage.
Good luck in the second half. Thanks a lot. Back up to you guys.
All right, thanks, Noel. We're at the half. Quincy on top by a score of 19-6. We're going to take a quick timeout, and we'll be back for second half coverage in just one moment. Welcome back, everyone. We're at the half. The Quincy Presidents lead the North Quincy Red Raiders by a score of 19-6. We're going to go to Noel LeBona, who's Coach Mark Nutley. Noel.
Down here on the field, Coach Nutley. Coach, Andrew Kiley's playing a great game, I'll be honest with you. Did you do anything differently in halftime that you're going to do in the second half?
No, I mean, when the come out, same thing. Like, we want to be able to run the ball better, though. I mean, we're getting beat up out front a little bit, so we want to be able to run the ball a little bit, and, open up the pass a little bit. Hold that moment, kick it off.
Great. Good luck in the second half. Andrew Kiley playing good play calling. Thank you.
All right, Rita Lafty's kicked the ball away, and it's a squib kick, and it'll be taken by Joel Lawless at the 35.
Yeah, terrific job of fielding that one by Lawless. Red Raiders had a mistake-free first half, John, and frankly, they had a great first half. They played very, very well. They've hung in there. It's got to be very tough for them to be down 19-6. The Quincy Presidents, a terrific first half. They executed on both sides of the ball. They did everything they wanted to do. They established total control of the line both ways. And it's going to be an interesting second half here, John, as the Red Raiders try to get back into this game.
All right, Davon Jones on the carry, and he's going to get up to about the 39-yard line on his first carry of the second half. Davon Jones has so far negative 1 yards rushing. He had one big loss, unfortunately, that accounts for that on 6 attempts.
Well, nice to see a guy in on the tackle that we were concerned about at the end of the first half, Jake Bergonzi. Yeah, he was in there on that play, so that's a good sign. We're happy about that from the Quincy perspective and the Bergonzi perspective.
Second down and 6. Kiley again to Davon Jones. Nice move by Davon Jones. Nice stiff arm. Flag thrown on the play. Jones is up to the 49-yard line. We'll have to see what the penalty flag is.
Well, Jones got his hand up and may have got his hand up in the face mask. Let's see what the officials say.
We have a personal foul, grasping the face mask, number 42. Automatic first down.
This one's going against the Presidents. I was talking to our cameraman, Peter Doherty, who is a guy who's played in this game. He's worked at it several years for us. One of the things he said at halftime was, although the Presidents played mistake-free football, they're going to have to continue to do so because of the way the Raiders were playing. And penalties like this are not something that Bill Reardon's going to be happy about. This is what Peter was talking about, that the Presidents cannot shoot themselves in their own foot here. They want to make sure that they continue to control the line of scrimmage and control themselves out there and not let North Quincy back in the ball game. North deferred, John, doing so precisely for this opportunity. They wanted to get the ball. They wanted to be able to establish themselves in the second half and make the third quarter, which has been their nemesis all season, start the right way. So far, they got a nice drive going. They're 2nd and 10 from the Quincy 36. This is an important drive, though. Let's see if the Red Raiders can't cash in here with their first possession of the second half.
All right, it is 2nd down and 10 after that Kiley run. There was no gain on Kiley's run. He hands out Davon Jones. Davon Jones right up the middle. Nice job by Davon Jones to get up to the 31-yard line for the Red Raiders.
I'll tell you what, give Coach Nutley and the Red Raiders credit, because a running game that went nowhere in the first half, they're coming right out and they're sticking to it. They're running inside their tackles here, and Davon Jones with a couple of jukes on 2 of his 3 runs here has been able to pick up 4- and 5-yard chunks. Red Raiders again in a 3rd down situation, 3rd and 4, although I believe they'll be in 4-down territory here, John. Or consider themselves that if they don't get the first down.
About the 31, Quincy almost jumped off sides, able to get back. Kiley rolling out to his right, fires a pass, and it is incomplete. Zach Dangor is looking for a penalty. He got pushed down, and no flag is thrown, though.
Yeah, no flag, but there were a couple of things there. It almost looked like the Presidents jumped offside, no call made. So Kylie is staying on the field, and it looks like they're going to go for it. It's 4th and 4 with 8 minutes to go, and although we still have a lot of football left, this is a big possession.
All right, ball at the 31-yard line. As you said, Jim, it is 4th down, and let's see, we'll call it a long 4, short 5 for North Quincy. They need to get to just about the 31-yard line, to the 26-yard line for the first down. Kylie under center. Play action fake, rolling out to his right. Has some space. He's going to keep it himself, and he will be shy of the first down. He gets pushed out of bounds by Jave Hanson-Fields at the 30-yard line, and it'll be a turnover on downs for North Quincy.
Yeah, great job by the President defenses stepping up and making the stop. We've got a replay here, John, that I'll ask you to call. We've been joined in the booth by Mayor Koch. May turn over the microphone to him, get his impressions after the first half.
As you see, Kylie running out here to his right side towards the Quincy sideline, and Hanson-Fields comes in, makes the play, and pushes him out of bounds. Mayor, a great first half of football here so far. What are your thoughts so far?
Oh, it was a great first half, and North was very close just before halftime, as we saw, to punch it in, and just came up short.
A handoff there to Jave Hanson-Fields. He's going to get up to the 35-yard line. A lot of outstanding stars here, Mr. Mayor, for both teams, and just a lot of great talent out there for both teams. Talk about that. Players from football, basketball, volleyball, all around the city. There's a lot of great athletes.
There are a lot of great athletes, and this is the result of the great youth programs we have. Quincy Youth Football has been around a long time. It's kind of the feeder system, gets them trained and prepared, and then they move into high school. And a lot of outstanding volunteers and coaches that make this day possible for these kids.
All right, that was Armani Cardoso on the previous carry. Now this is Jave Hanson-Fields talking about one of those outstanding athletes. He's going to get the first down and more. He gets up to about the 46-yard line for the Presidents. Mayor, talk about how Quincy High School, they went to the playoffs this year. A lot of excitement around this team coming into the game. Had some struggles towards the end of the season, lost in the playoffs, but a great accomplishment by the Presidents.
It was a huge year for the Presidents. We're proud of their work. And, Bill Riordan and his coaching staff, they just do an incredible job for many, many years. And he's certainly got a lot of horses. They're deep, Quincy High. They've got a lot of talent, and they made us proud all year long.
We mentioned in the pregame show your sons are playing in this game. What do you think they're thinking right now coming into the second half, trailing a little bit here?
I'm sure my sophomore's thinking, I would like to get in there to help out. They certainly were pumped for this morning, and it's a great day for them, and I'm proud of them and the entire team, both North and Quincy. Just such an exciting day for particularly those kids. Most of these kids, I know my senior Kinnear, so never probably put a helmet on again, and so this is it for him. So it's kind of cool in some respects and a little nostalgic and sentimental in other ways, but it's just such a great tradition here, and they're going to be part of it, and looking back years from now, I'm sure, with great pride.
All right, well, Mayor, we want to thank you for swinging by the booth here real quick, and again, have a happy Thanksgiving.
Thank you. Take care, Jonathan. Thank you, Jim.
All right, that last play, Armani Cardoso took the ball for the Presidents and got a very short gain. We'll call it a gain of 1 for the Presidents. The ball at the Quincy High School 46-yard line. Hanson-Fields down the carry, has some space, across the 50-yard line. Nice spin move by Hanson-Fields, picks up the first down, and will get up to the North Quincy 43-yard line to move the chains.
Yeah, Hanson-Fields just will not be tackled here. Watch the replay. For the youngsters out there, watch how number 7 just keeps his legs moving. There's one contact. There's another. He is still grinding, and took 4 Red Raiders to get him down there on the play. John, James Lamb, Jave Hanson-Fields, and the President offense coming out and doing it again here. They're grinding along. They're in control. This is a very impressive performance so far by the President offense, and they're just continuing here as they start the second half with a terrific drive.
1st and 10 for Quincy at the North 42-yard line. Lamb fakes the handoff, keeps it himself, cuts it back up towards the middle of the field, across the 40-yard line, and will get up to the 39.
That looked like a design keeper there. First run for Lamb today. You'll recall when Hanson Fields was out, Lamb was the running game, and he's terrifically talented in that regard. Nice job by the Red Raiders of bringing him down. And the Presidents are looking at a second and about a long 6 here, John.
All right, so 2nd down and 6, as you said. Lamb again, play action fake, rolling out.
He's got a guy.
And he has Alex Leo. He kept, actually, no, excuse me. It was in and out of his hands. Eric Cohane-Jones was there on the defensive side of the ball. As we'll take a look on the replay.
Oh, watch this replay, folks, and you're going to see Lamb. He's trying to get set up, but his receiver was open. And watch, they call it closing to the ball. Eric Cohane-Jones just does a terrific job of getting his hand in as the ball arrives. Alex Leo was open. He was about 5 yards behind Cohane-Jones. It took Lamb a little time rolling to his left to get set up and get rid of the ball. And a terrific job by Cohane-Jones making a big play on what would have been a back-breaking touchdown by the Presidents. So 3rd and 6 for Quincy. North Quincy defense looking to step up here with a stop, John.
Alex Leo is the nephew of a longtime member of QATV, Peter Leo, so we want to say hello to Peter Leo out there. All right, Java Hanson Fields on the carry, and he's going to go nowhere. Nick Manning with a big stop all the way back at the 45-yard line for a big loss.
All right, watch this replay. This is huge because what this does, Quincy potentially could have looked at going for it 4th down, but now knocked back to the 45-yard line. They will punt the ball away. So big stop by the Red Raider defense. That was a huge play for North Quincy. And the Red Raiders now forcing Quincy to punt. Unfortunately, North Quincy had to call a timeout there. Coach Mark Nutley a little upset because Quincy had a wideout who was he was out there on the far side of the field with no red shirts anywhere nearby. And I don't know, Nutley was concerned about Quincy maybe trying to pull something because Bill Reardon, anywhere on the field, he's willing to take a shot. He's got his punter back there, number 5, James Lamb, who's an alert, athletic guy. And if he's got a receiver out in the flat like he did, Nutley getting a timeout to prevent any shenanigans.
Lamb with a great kick. And actually might be too good of a kick, Jim, and it's going to bounce through the end zone. Great kick there by James Lamb, but it'll go back to the 20 on the touchback.
Yeah, he's a remarkable athlete, but more importantly, he's just as terrific a kid. Very highly regarded at Quincy High School. And he's just a total leader. So when your punter is as talented an athlete as James Lamb is, 4th down's just as dangerous as any of the others. And that time, Lamb and the Presidents forced Coach Mark Nutley to call a timeout early here in the second half when I'm sure he wouldn't have wanted to. Quincy kept the ball for a little over 4 minutes there, John, so it was effective at least for that. As now the clock becomes an ally of the Presidents. Red Raiders with a big possession here, John.
All right, Kylie in the shotgun, and he's going to keep it himself. And nice job there by Quincy to read that play. Coming up for the Presidents, Jake Bergonzi on the stop.
Yeah, Bergonzi doing an excellent job. Kylie likes to tuck in between his tackles. Watch the replay. He's going to take the snap, and he's off right away. Well, Bergonzi read it beautifully. He took the block of Jones, shed it, and made the tackle. That was a great effort by Bergonzi. That's his 6th tackle today, John.
Gain of only 1 on the play for North Quincy, so 2nd down and 9 from their own 21-yard line. Coming up on 3 minutes left to go in the 3rd quarter. And we're going to have a false start called on North Quincy.
Well, it's been relatively mistake-free here, which is important. And
We have a dead ball foul. False start. Number 57 in the red. Second down.
North Quincy can ill afford to start making mistakes now. They're still within striking distance of the Presidents here. They're trailing 19-6. That's 2 scores essentially. If they can get down the field and score here and take it to the fourth quarter, trailing by only 1 touchdown, that'd be huge for the Red Raiders. It's only their 3rd penalty of the game, John, but they have to keep their focus and make sure that they continue as they did in the first half to avoid penalties and mistakes.
Jim, we talked about North Quincy trying to stay close here in the end of this first half and the beginning of the second half. They are shorter on numbers, have a lot of players going both ways, and if they can stay close, it'll be a ball game. Speaking of staying close, it's complete to Eric Cohane-Jones at the 30-yard line, and that's enough for a first down. Great job there from Kylie to Jones.
Watch this replay, and you're going to see Kylie and Cohane-Jones connect yet again. It's a beautifully thrown ball by Andrew Kiley, right on the mark. And Cohane-Jones almost lost some yardage there. He had to get across that 30-yard line, and he did. So big first down for North Quincy. Clock continues ticking. 1st and 10, Red Raiders at the 31.
Cohane-Jones, 3 receptions for 48 yards and a touchdown here today. Kylie back to pass, finds Solomon Umoran at the 40-yard line. Umoran makes 2 men miss, and they finally bring him down. But a great spin move by Solomon Umoran right in front of the North Quincy bench. He'll get up to the North Quincy 45-yard line and another first down.
Yeah, Mark Crosby and Carol Themon down on the sideline got a nice shot for us there. Solomon getting up after getting walloped along the sideline. So Red Raider drive continues. Andrew Kiley showing terrific leadership and fortitude here, and it's transmitting through to this North Quincy offense, John.
Play action fake, set up his screen for Davon Jones. Has some space down the sideline, crosses midfield, and is finally pushed out of bounds there by John Crump, number 33, for the Presidents.
Nice call, and Coach Nutley out on the field, slapping Connor Pound on the back there for a great block. The play worked just as designed, taking advantage of the aggression of the Quincy Presidents. And North Quincy on the move here. They got a little something going here, John, as we tick down into the final minute of the third quarter.
2nd down and 3 for the Red Raiders. Kylie back to pass, quick pass to Solomon Umoran at the 40-yard line, and he goes out of bounds. And he's going to go out of bounds at the 37-yard line.
Yeah, Quincy has to respect the speed of Umoran, so they're laying off him a bit. Solomon did a nice job of faking and then breaking to the sideline, and Kylie delivered a strike. Andrew continuing to perform. He's matching the performance of Lamb. There's 2 great high school quarterbacks going toe-to-toe here. And we're at 1:20 in the Red Raiders. Here goes Kylie again, John.
Yeah, he keeps himself on the direct snap from the shotgun. He crosses the 35. He'll get up to about the 34-yard line.
He's a very alert young man, and when he sees the opportunity, if you watch this replay, he's looking over the defensive set, and there's no hesitation on his part. He's tucking right in behind his big guys there. You saw him following, well, not one of his linemen, but number 2, Davon Jones, leading him into the hole there. So nice job by Kylie. They picked up about 5 on that play. It's going to be, we'll call it 2nd and a long 5 for the Red Raiders. Who called that timeout?
North did.
North did. Okay, so that's 2 they've taken already here. That's something you're mindful of as we get down here to second half timeouts, which is a little different game than those in the first half. You want to preserve them generally. North's going to have 3 in the final quarter. So with 1:08 to go, they're looking at a 2nd and 6. A nice drive here. They've had the ball for a little short of 3 minutes as they look to make something happen here in what has been an interesting third quarter. No scoring, but both teams taking shots at each other. It's been a lot of fun here, John.
This drive started for North Quincy at their own 20-yard line after the defense forced a Quincy punt, and they've been making the most of this drive so far, Jim. Ball at the Quincy 33-yard line, 2nd down and 6. Kylie going to back the pass. He's being pressured, and nice job there by Kylie. A little bit of luck there as well to throw the ball away. Mike Monroe knocked it down, almost had an interception. If he had brought that ball down, Jim, he would have had a pick 6.
Oh, yeah, well, Cronin and Monroe make a nice law firm or accounting firm someday, but I'll tell you what, they're wreaking havoc in the Red Raider backfield. If you watch the replay, Cronin coming in, he gets terrific penetration right past the left tackle. He's got an unfettered, clean line to the quarterback. And as you said, John, Monroe getting up there to knock down the pass. He had nothing but green space in front of him, but he made a terrific play on that. So Red Raiders now looking at a 3rd and 6. Great call by the President defense to come with a blitz.
Kylie in the shotgun. They come with a blitz again. Kylie passes, and it is incomplete. Great job there by number 2, Armani Cardoso, to break up that play. A pass intended for Zach Dangora.
Yeah, watch this replay. We haven't talked about Cardoso too much today, although we have talked about him all season. And watch him close on the ball here at the end. You've got a receiver open, ready to catch the ball, and a terrific job by Cardoso. No surprise, John. With the ball at the 33, the score 19-6. Red Raiders are going to go for it.
Quincy High School has 4 pass breakups today and 1 interception. So the defensive backfield for the Presidents has done a nice job to hold Andrew Kylie somewhat in check. Kylie, 10 of 18 for 125 yards passing so far here today with 1 touchdown to Cohane Jones.
Yeah, his stats belie how effective he's been, frankly.
All right, 4th down, Kylie over to his left, passes, and it is picked off there by Rita Lafty at the 23-yard line, Flag thrown on the play behind it, and Lafty will bring the ball back to the 35, but a big play there by Rita Lafty.
Oh, absolutely. We had said earlier the first interception was in the end zone. It was essentially a punt. If you watch this interception, this is a huge play by Lafty. He had a nice run back, but it looks like it's going to come back. Actually, I wonder if they're calling an interference here. Let's see.
Okay, we have a turnover.
All right.
Then we have a dead ball foul on sportsmanlike conduct, number 51.
Well, that's an interesting call and a bit surprising, too. Mike Monroe called for an unsportsmanlike conduct. I'm not certain what he might have done there. If you watch the replay, we've got the replay running here. There's the reception by Lafty. Nice job on the run back. I don't know. What I saw on the left side of the screen was a clean block by Monroe. I'm not certain whether he said something after he laid out.
Well, it was right as he made the block, so I'm not too sure. It looks like it might have been a helmet-to-helmet hit. We're being told by cameraman Peter Doherty, who saw that up from the booth. Well, nonetheless, it's an interception and 1st down for the Presidents. Rita Lafty brought the ball back to the 35, but with the penalty, it goes back to the 20. So 1st and 10 for the Presidents at their own 20. Jave Hanson Fields with a carry. And he's fighting his way forward, fight his way through the pack. He's still going, Jim. He was hit at the 25, then at the 30, and will find his way all the way up to the 43-yard line, and a late flag is thrown after the play.
Well, this one I think we're going to hear unsportsmanlike again. Sounds like there's some chirping starting to happen down on the field. We'll see.
We got a dead ball foul, personal foul, number 34. 15-yard penalty.
All right, so the ball was marked at the 43-yard line, and then you're going to add in the 15-yard penalty. We'll take a look at the replay here, Jim.
Yeah, watch the replay. The call is against Marcello Toscanini, number 34. I'm not sure what happened, but you see him fighting off blocks here. And There goes Handsome Fields, he's a guy who won't stop. Well, there's Marcello in on the tackle, of course. And I don't know quite what happened, but tough call.
All right, with the penalty, ball goes all the way up to the north 42-yard line. Lamb passes, and it's complete to Rita Lafty, and he gets brought down out of bounds at the, see where they marked the ball, at the 27-yard line.
Yeah, nice tackle by Solomon Yamor, and great job by James Lamb. Lamb is just very calmly and brutally, effectively taking the, I don't know if I threw too many adjectives in on that one, frankly, but I'm just impressed by what Lamb's doing. He's taking this President offense down the field and doing a terrific job. Anytime Bill Reardon and the Presidents need to react, they have done so on the offensive side of the ball.
Jim, on that 2 carries ago by Jave Hanson Fields, he went over 2,000 yards career rushing, 2,015 yards rushing, according to Martin Dunham.
All right, we talked about that in the first half after
Number 7.
Martin gave me some apparently bad information.
I believe he went over 1,000 yards for the season, and now he's over 2,000 he just went over 2,000 with that last run.
I thought that one meant the other as well, so I was premature in the first half. But in any event, we're happy for Jave Handsome Fields to have such a career milestone of exceeding 2,000 yards. So that's really something, and it's an end to a third quarter that while nothing happened on the scoreboard, a lot happened on the field, John. Both teams really going at each other. North has to be happy that they didn't fall further behind. We're going to go down to the field to Noel DeBone, who's right there outside the North Quincy huddle. Go ahead, Noel.
Thanks a lot, guys. I'm on the sideline here of North Quincy, and I'll tell you, defensive coordinator Ed DeWitt and Mark Nutley, the head coach, are firing up these kids, trying to keep them in the game. They tried to do a long drive and kill the clock here, but they're going to try to see if they can stop Quincy here on this drive, get the ball back, and do what they're doing. Andrew Kiley obviously doing a great job at rolling out. They're trying to set up screen passes. That's going to be North Quincy's strength here down the stretch for the fourth quarter. Let's see if they can stop him here.
Thank you, Noel. Well, the Red Raiders coming in to the fourth quarter, trailing by 2 scores only, have to be heartened. Were it any other team or any other game, might have different expectations. But on Thanksgiving Day, you know that the fatigue factor that has dogged North Quincy and the issues of missed tackles and whatnot should not be a factor in this fourth quarter. Let's see if they can stop the Presidents on this drive. James Lamb looking to deliver a death blow to the Red Raiders here on this possession. He's back here on the first play of the fourth quarter.
All right, Lamb complete, finds Jave Hanson Fields on the pass, out in the flat. Hanson Fields running and will get inside the 10-yard line up to the 9. First and goal from the 9.
Yeah, Handsome Fields just floated out to the flat, untouched. Watch the replay here. You're going to see him just roll out there, and no one's near him. He's going to get the ball from Lamb, and he's just outside the 20, and he's going to end up inside the 10 after a great individual effort. So it's going to be first and goal for the Presidents, and this President offense continues to fire on all cylinders here as we start the fourth quarter. This is a big possession for them.
Ball at the 10-yard line, first and goal. Hanson Fields on the carry at the 5, fighting his way forward. Touchdown, Presidents. Jave Hanson Fields breaks through 2 tackles, and another 6 points on the board for Quincy.
Yeah, Handsome Fields is going to get the credit, but watch this replay, and I frankly could have got through that hole. Look at the left side of the Presidents, and you see a pulling guard there, big number 71 for Quincy, coming over to make the tackle that actually sprung. That wasn't 71. I'd like to see the replay again if I could, but...
Rita Lafty with the point after attempt. It is up, good. And it is good.
And the teams head upfield.
I don't know if we can run the replay on that run again, but on the touchdown run. But the offensive line for Quincy just did an absolutely terrific job of blowing open a hole that Handsome Fields surged through and scored a touchdown that really could marked the end of this ball game here. That was a terrific drive, and now the Presidents are up 3 touchdowns. Their offense is showing no signs here of weakness, flaw. They've just executed beautifully all game with great confidence, John. And that's tough as well for the Red Raiders, because no matter what North Quincy does on the offensive side of the ball, they've just had an inability today to stop James Lamb and the Presidents. And Quincy with a 26-6 lead as they kick off.
All right, Hanson Fields kicks it away, and Eric Cohane-Jones takes it at the 27-yard line, makes a couple men miss, and he'll get across the 45-yard line up to the 47. Another great return by Eric Cohane-Jones.
Yeah, very happy for the senior, Eric Cohane-Jones, who's performing beautifully here. Watch this replay. This is his second terrific kickoff return. The young man's very determined. He's got some nice moves here, and he runs inside, John. He's not one of these guys who tries to run up the sideline. He's just finding seams, taking on tacklers. Did a terrific job. Red Raiders are going to have good field position. They're going to have to get down the field and strike quickly here if they want to get back in this ball game, John. Trailing 26-6.
All right, a lot of movement there, and no flags. Finally, whistles blow.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, you talk about a fatigue factor. I'm amazed. None of the officials went to their pockets on that. And that's just really, the guys in the striped shirts have to keep working here, too. The referee finally pulled his flag out.
We have a dead ball, false start, number 7 on the offense, still first down.
Yeah, someone could have got hurt on that play. I'm glad they finally blew a whistle, because Kylie knew that that was a false start. He snapped up, but he and the center were not in sync. He didn't have the ball when he stepped away from center, and there's a problem right there. But call goes against the Red Raiders, so they start a critical drive with a penalty. It's going to be 1st and 15, John.
All right, ball comes loose on the ground. Fight for the ball still. Quincy thinks they have it from the sidelines.
Yeah, I think Andrew Kiley believes they do as well, so that's a tough one.
And they do. Quincy recovers the bad snap, and Quincy will take over on the North Quincy 40-yard line.
Yeah, so a failure to connect between the center and the quarterback. Quincy's going to take over, and as you said, from the 40-yard line. And after their last drive, which really was a dagger, they get the ball back. They're at the 40. And this game has gone quickly in the President's favor. The fumble was recovered by Kenny Garcia for the Presidents. So big fumble recovery. And now the Presidents have a chance to really ice this game, John.
1st and 10 from the North Quincy 40-yard line. James Lamb with the ball, rolling out, looking way downfield for J.T. Bain. He's open, and touchdown, Presidents. A 40-yard touchdown pass to a wide-open J.T. Bain. And Quincy is celebrating with 9:42 left to go in the game.
Wow, what a call that was. Watch the replay here, folks. Lamb, little design rollout to the left. He's got his blockers. He's just watching Bain. And Bain, as you said, John, is wide open. He's 5 yards behind the defensive back. Picks up a big touchdown. That's a little reward from Coach Reardon to 2 of his seniors calling that play. But it also really signals the end of this ball game. With that touchdown, Quincy stretches its lead. They're going for the point after here. And the kick is good. And that means that Quincy has a 33-6 lead with 9:40 to go. And the Red Raiders sideline looking very dispirited, as they should, frankly, because this game on the last 2 possessions has just gone in the other direction. Terrific job by the Presidents, John. The Presidents' offense has consistently, all game, performed, and they're now being rewarded in this 4th quarter. This is similar to what we saw when Quincy played Duxbury, but it was the Green Dragons who had a fourth quarter similar to this, taking a close game and turning it into a rout. Well, this Thanksgiving Day game, as we said, North had the ball in the third quarter, down by 2 scores, and they were marching confidently in a nice drive. Well, all of it has gone awry here as James Land, Jave Hanson-Fields, and the President offense have just taken over this ball game.
All right, Rita Lathy's kick goes out of bounds. And we'll see what North Quincy wants to do.
I think they're going to seek the re-kick. They're looking to get the ball to a young man who's performed all game here, Eric Cohane-Jones. Frankly, it appeared that Quincy was expecting they might take the penalty. It looked like they just kicked the ball out of bounds there, John, intentionally, rather than give Cohane-Jones an opportunity.
We have procedure. The ball was kicked out of bounds. By rule, North Quincy gets the ball at the spot, plus 5 yards. First down.
All right, well, they're going to take the ball. I'm wrong on that. I thought that I saw the coach gesture for a re-kick, but Red Raider offense out here with 3 wide receivers to the right, and Andrew Kiley in the shotgun.
All right, 9:42 left to go in the ball game. Quincy on top, 33-6. Kiley in the shotgun, as you said, passes down the middle, and it is intercepted by Armani Cardoso. In and out of the hands of his intended receiver, and Cardoso will bring it back to the 45-yard line. Looked like Cornelius Koch was the intended receiver for Andrew Kiley, as we'll see on the replay.
Yeah, watch the replay here. Koch was behind a linebacker. He tried to get the ball to him, and it's going to deflect off his hands and into the hands of Cardoso, who, isn't that his second interception today? Nice job by him. Rather, Lafta, I beg your pardon. It's his second interception, isn't it? No?
I believe
so.
so.
Our stat guard.
Yeah,
no, Martin's shaking his head no, but I thought Lafta had a prior interception as well.
Cardoso, Hanson-Fields, and Lafty all have the interception, so that's his first.
Yep. What's going on here? We've got we're just breaking the huddle slowly here. Lamb and the President has come out with the ball on the President's 45. I don't know that we're going to see any more 45-yard bombs here. They've got the I formation, and I think the Presidents are going to now look to work the clock.
All right, number 34, Kenny Garcia on the carry. And nice run by Garcia up to the 40-yard line, make it the 39.
Yeah, Garcia is a young man who's got some speed and some moves. He's a senior. Playing behind a guy, Jave Hanson-Fields, who is one of the best around, one of the best in Eastern Mass, so he didn't see a lot of time, but we're going to get a chance to see Kenny Garcia's talents here, I'm sure, in this fourth quarter.
Again, it looks like it was...
That's Garcia.
Yeah, with Kenny Garcia Rosario on the carry again.
Yeah, he's the tailback, and he's the guy who's going to take the Presidents to the promised land in the fourth quarter, it appears, and maybe run down the clock a bit. Garcia Rosario has done a nice job all year on the defensive side of the ball. He's had some more opportunities there, but he's in the backfield. He's the deep back behind up back and blocker Armani Cardoso.
Again, Garcia Rosario flag thrown on the play. He crosses the 20, 15, 10, 5, and he's brought down at the 5-yard line. But I believe this is coming back, Jim. We'll see what the penalty is. Penalty is back at the 37-yard line.
Yeah, Solomon Yamorin making a touchdown-saving tackle. But let's see what the referee's signal is.
Holding, number 55 on the offense. Repeat second down.
All right, that one goes against Scalaro, Steve Scalaro. If you watch the replay, you're going to see Rosario. He's as exciting as his teammate there. Geez, I don't know. They called it on 55. I don't see that there. Scolaro was locked up with the guy we love to talk about, Marcello Toscanini, and somehow they saw something. Not sure what. John, with this little break and with the direction the game's taken, maybe we could take a moment to talk about all the folks who have given up their Thanksgiving morning to help us with the production today.
Yeah, we certainly shall. A lot of great help throughout the entire season from this crew. We had a great crew for the entire year down here at Veterans Memorial Stadium, coming out on Friday nights and one Saturday afternoon as well. So we want to thank all of them: Peter Doherty, Maureen Conway, Mark Crosby, Carol Themman, Frank Hogan, Anna El Torre, Glenn Busher. Those are all of our camera people. Then in the truck, Grace Busher, Michael Jarvie, Chris Potter, Bill Early, all coming out here to make sure we have a great football crew. And we can't forget, of course, Martin Dunham, who's our statistician, and Noel DeBona down the sideline coming out and helping us out as well.
Yeah, we may go to Noel in a minute, but I'd just like to say about our camera people, it's a cold day here today, and that is a tough job that they all have, working our cameras and whatnot, and they do so uncomplainingly and do a very effective job. We're going to go down to Noel on the sideline with camera person Carol Themman zooming in on him. Go ahead, Noel.
Thanks a lot, Jim. You know what? They're trying to get the seniors in at this point. You know, Coach Reardon on the Quincy side trying to get some carries with, Kenny Garcia. On the North Quincy side, Coach Mark Nutley's trying to get some seniors in. This will be their last time some of them ever play again. Back up to you guys.
I guess that's the one plus about a game like this, is that you do get to get bodies in, but we'd all rather see some excitement as the clock ticks down. This one is, as we said, it's over. It's a question of the final score, but it's 33-6 Presidents. We got to give Quincy High great credit for playing up to expectations today, John. The President offense was absolutely flawless, and the President defense played a terrific game as well, as reflected by the fact that the North Quincy Red Raiders only scored 6 points, even though Andrew Kiley and his teammates put on a terrific performance offensively. They moved the ball effectively, but when Quincy had to stop the Red Raiders, they did, and they kept them out of the end zone for the most part in this game.
Garcia Rosario on the carry again up to the 42-yard line.
Yeah, he took a big shot from Connor Pound, and there may have been a couple of others who were in on that tackle. You know, one other guy I want to talk briefly about is Zach Dangora, a senior linebacker. He's had a terrific season, been one of the leaders, and we learned that his grandfather couldn't make today's game due to surgery that is keeping him home. It's Bruce Marquis. Now, Bruce is not only the grandfather of a very talented young man, the athlete we just talked about, Zach Dangora, but he's the franchise holder of the Squantum Storm, which makes him the Robert Kraft of Quincy youth football. The Storm had a great season. They won the league title this year. And Bruce followed that up with some surgery that is keeping him at home today. So we hope you're on the mend. We congratulate you and the Storm franchise on the great year that they had. A lot of those kids are part of the North Quincy High football future. But the football present, Zach Dangora, his grandfather, he's playing his heart out all year, and I'm sure that Bruce was as proud of them as he was of the Storm.
All right, James Lamb kicks the ball away, had a nice roll, and a great effort there by number 21 for the Presidents, Rita Lafty, to try to down that ball at the 1-yard line. He dove out for it, but couldn't get it, so it'll be a touchback for the Presidents, and North Quincy will take over on their own 20.
Yeah, Aiden Brown, who's a junior. I mean, it's amazing the way we talked about Aiden this season and what he's accomplished, that young man's only a junior. I remember talking about him when he was a sophomore and the type of success he had last season. Well, Aiden just made a good decision letting that one go. It took a strong, firm roll toward the end zone, but he almost got caught by that due to the effort trying to down the ball. But Red Raiders are going to come out first and 10 from their 20. They took the touchback, and let's see what they can do here.
Davon Jones on the carry, and he's going to get a gain of maybe 1 on the play. Second down and 9 up to come.
We're ticking down to 5 minutes to go here in this ball game. Although it's a disappointing one for North, the guys are out there trying to make something happen, trailing 33-6.
Want to remind all of our viewers you can log on to QATV's website at www.qatv.org to find out the complete replay schedule of Thanksgiving football on Thanksgiving weekend and next week as well. So again, QATV.org. Game will be replayed several times, Jim, so everyone will have a chance to watch it. It's one of the most requested things that we air every year on Quincy Access TV, Thanksgiving football. It seems like no matter how many times we air it, people want to see it again and again. All right, Andrew Kiley in the shotgun, dropped the snap, picks it back up, and he's going to get up to the 24-yard line.
John, I understand that between the tryptophan from the turkey and then my monotonic, somewhere between monotonic and mellifluous tones, that we've got everybody sleeping well in Quincy when they listen to the replays. And I understand that's why the late-night replays are requested. I've helped a lot of people who suffer all year from sleeping problems.
I say the midnight replay is one of the most popular hit tonight, Jim, because of that, yes.
Yeah, you got it. So, well, we're ticking down to 4 minutes here as Kiley is under center on a 3rd and 6.
All right, play action fake, Kiley rolling out, looking for Aiden Brown, and he caught it, and he was just out of bounds, though. Great effort by Aiden Brown, just couldn't bring it in.
Yeah, he's a terrific athlete. He's been a very able receiver all year. When he's thrown to, he makes the catch. Watch the replay. You're going to see him right along the sideline here make a terrific reception while covered. Kiley rolls out, delivers a beautiful ball out to the sideline, but Brown just could not get his foot inbound. So North is going to punt the ball away, and incidentally, this is something I always had fun with all year. Very intrigued by. The long snapper for North Quincy is number 7, the quarterback, Andrew Kiley. He hits the punter right on the numbers, and he'll be one of the first guys down the field, I'll tell you.
Eric Cohane-Jones kicks it away, and it takes a Quincy High bounce. It bounced at the Quincy High 48, and it ends up at the North Quincy 48, and that's where the Presidents will take over.
So with 3:40 to go, we'll see what the Quincy Presidents do. John, we were talking earlier about the weather conditions our camera people have to work under. I wonder what the temperature is on the truck for Grace, Mike, Chris, et al. It's a 72, so they seem to be
cool
bearing
down
up
there.
well. Yeah, right. Oh. We'll leave that one alone. Yeah, we just had a report from Bill early in the truck that we'd like to share with our viewers, but the FCC prevents it. So,
well, they'll say 3 out of 4 is better than 4 out of 4.
Right.
All right,
Now,
Quincy will take over on their own 48-yard line.
Yeah, look at 34 out there. That's going to be a violation of some rule. He looks like this.
That's Garcia
football. No.
That's Garcia Rosario. And Quincy's going to call a timeout to get things situated on their side of the ball.
Yeah, probably not a bad idea. And Garcia Rosario is being told to get his shirt tucked in, which isn't a bad thing. I mean, from his own perspective, he should do that because there'll be Red Raiders grabbing onto that thing if he doesn't get it tucked away. So, all right, Quincy does a reset. There's 3:40 to go here. James Lamb remains at quarterback. He's got some fresh faces out there, though, to try to run this clock down with.
All right, Kenny Garcia Rosario on the carry. And North Quincy comes up with a tackle at the 50-yard line. Loss of 2 on the play.
Well, nice job by the Red Raiders. They swarmed to the ball well. If you watch the replay, you're going to see 3 bodies in on this tackle. They go right at it. Nice job by 13, Cornelius Koch, of containing there. And then here comes the posse. So Red Raiders did a good job there of turning Garcia Rosario inside, bringing him down. It's going to be 2nd and 12. Bring him down for a loss, I should say. 2nd and 12. We're under 3 minutes, John.
Jim, you can see some of the North Quincy players on the sidelines, the seniors more specifically, realizing that the season has come to an end and most likely their football career has come to an end. Obviously going to be a tough loss here today. You can see one player going around there, senior Nick Manning, going around congratulating the other seniors, giving handshakes, saying, hey, we went out there, gave it our best. Nick Manning going around to all the seniors, just saying good job to everybody. But certainly has to be disheartening knowing that you work so hard, obviously want to come out with a big win on Thanksgiving, and fortunately just wasn't there for you today.
Yeah, well, the Red Raiders, one thing that I was impressed by all season, and I knew it would be true today, is irrespective of the score, they play from opening kickoff to the final whistle. They play hard. They did so today. All the kids hung tough. But just at a certain point, when Quincy pressed the talent button, and they had plenty of buttons to push in that respect, the ball game was over. And James Lamb, absolutely flawless. You can't say enough good things about that young man. And then the extraordinary talent of number 7, Jave Handsome-Fields, was on display. And that really was outcome determinative. That and then the guys we talked about when the game started. The Quincy offensive line, Curtis Calley, Steve Colaro, Mike Monroe, William Young, and Abraham Hody, 4 of whom also manned the defensive line. Those guys were absolutely terrific. They controlled what happened on the field today, and that really led to the final outcome. As we're ticking down to the final minute, the Presidents are going to punt the ball away. Lamb gets off another beauty.
And Aiden Brown gets the ball. It looked like he had called for a fair catch and continued to run. Flags are thrown in the play. Brown got brought down at the 27-yard line. And I believe they are going to call.
Yeah, that's what they're going to call.
Yeah.
Aiden's going to tell you that he was trying to shield his eyes from the sun, but he's caught on this one.
Yeah.
So that run back will be.
Okay, there is no flag. It was a fair catch signal. He was blocking his eyes. He was blocking his eyes.
Jim, excellent call.
Well, there you go. Maybe Aiden will be a lawyer someday. We do know how to
twist the story.
No. I'm trying to think of how to frame this properly without getting my profession in trouble. But let's just leave it that that was a nice decision by the referee because Aiden was looking into the sun. And had a nice run back. It's nice that effort was rewarded. Well, all the guys are out here, the starting offense for the Red Raiders. They're just not going to quit. Under a minute to go. Kylie's back, and he's gunning, looking for someone to throw to. He's in trouble now. He gets rid of it, though.
And throws it away. Well, Jim, as we talked about North Quincy coming out here, unfortunately on a low note, on the other side of the ball, Quincy High School, they're going to finish the season with an 8-3 record. An outstanding season for the Presidents. Obviously, they would have liked to go a little bit further in the playoffs, but you have to give them a lot of credit. They had a great crew, and they're going to have a lot of great crew coming back next year as well. So I'm sure Bill Reardon's going to be looking for another push to go deep in the playoffs next year.
Yeah, and what you have to give the Presidents the most credit for is that they were very bothered after that Duxbury loss. Quincy had high expectations going into the playoffs. They were undefeated. They were playing terrific football. They went into the Duxbury game a little undermanned, and it hurt them. And they lost a game that they had expected, as it showed up on the calendar, they had expected to win. They hope to go into the playoffs here a little further than they did. Reardon, Coach Bill Reardon, and the troops did a great job of regrouping and getting ready for Turkey Day. This was a very dangerous game for the Presidents because, as we said, they could have had a letdown after the playoffs. They had all the burden of expectation on them, but they did a good job of regrouping, meeting that expectation, and as the clock ticks down under 10 seconds, the Quincy Presidents are going to head home for Thanksgiving dinner, 33-6 victors over the North Quincy Red Raiders.
And the Presidents just dumped the Gatorade on Coach Bill Reardon, and that is the final whistle. So final score here, 33-6. The Presidents come out on top of the crosstown rival North Quincy Red Raiders. So a great way to end the season for the Presidents coming out. Again, they finished 8-3, their first 8-win season since 1990. So we want to congratulate the Presidents on an outstanding season.
Yeah, it's a great reflection on a group of seniors led by James Lamb that really stepped up this year. We saw at the beginning of the season the type of physical conditioning that these boys displayed and the hard work from start to finish. Well, that carried them through the entire year. They had a very successful season. All the hard work that began back in 2013 paid off today as they end this season. Very proud of what they've accomplished, including a Thanksgiving win against their rival North Quincy. And for the Red Raiders, John, it's been a tough season and a long season. They're going to finish 2-9. A lot of ups and downs here. But the thing that I give Coach Mark Nutley and this Red Raider crew great credit for is that there was no quit in them. They came out, they played very well all season. Sometimes fatigue was a factor, sometimes talent, sometimes numbers, but their determination and their willingness to go start to finish never waned the entire season. So we give them great credit for that. One of the things that we're seeing, I don't know if we can get a shot of it, but number 7, Andrew Kiley, there he is coming into the shot just now. But he can't get through the line. The line is basically stopped as he's been walking because every one of the Presidents showing great respect for the North Quincy quarterback, hugging him, shaking him, saying something to him. There's Andrew now, and you're going to see the line is really slowed down as each guy tries to give him a pat on the helmet, an extra word of encouragement. Andrew had a terrific game today, just wasn't enough. So we had a good time here. We're going to have a little time before Superintendent Cristofaro, who's poised and ready to go down there. He's going to give the trophy to the Presidents. And one thing we're not going to do is turn it over. Remember last season we turned the microphone or the camera over to Noel DeBoner. He started interviewing Bill Reardon at the 50-yard line while Rick Cristofaro, the superintendent, was waiting to give the trophy up. So we're not going to get in the way of this presentation. Carol Themmons down there with Mark Crosby, and they're ready to go. And it looks like we're going to have the trophy presentation almost immediately here.
Real quick, some stats for you to go here. On defense, Garrett Cronin had 9 tackles. Jake Bergonzi had 7 tackles for Quincy. And actually, we're going to get ready to go down to the trophy presentation, so we'll come back with some stats in just one moment. So Superintendent Richard Cristofaro with the city trophy. See if we can get our camera in there and see if we have a microphone down there as well.
Hey.
Please. Gentlemen. Great game, Quincy Presidents. Coach, thank you very much. Awesome season. And today, I'm here to say to you, congratulations, city champs.
Coach? Thank you, guys. Hey, guys, congratulations. And we came into this season with high goals for ourselves. And you came, and I challenge you to come to practice every day to get better every day. No excuses, no explanations. And here we are at the end, guys, 8-3. There hasn't been an 8-win team here since 1990, so let's have a lot of pride in that. And we're city champs once again, guys. Congratulations. You guys are awesome. Congratulations. Hey. One more thing now. It's a team game. It's a team game, and everything we accomplish as a group, as a family, as a team. But today we have the Quincy High School all-time touchdown passing record, James Thank you.
I love you. Thank you.
Good job.
Thank you. Raise that trophy.
All right, well, you heard there, Jim, an ecstatic
very disappointed I heard it there. We got Martin Dunham back here eating sausages, and he never told us that James Lamb set that record. I'll tell you what, I'm very, very impressed by that record because there's a lot of terrific quarterbacks who have come ahead of him. I immediately comes to mind Bill Shaughnessy, who's been in the school system. He's actually been down at North and everything. Terrific first-rate quarterback. So very happy for James Lamb to have achieved that accomplishment.
All right, well, I think Noel the Boner is fighting his way through the crowd to try to get Coach Bill Reardon. And I believe, actually I see Noel down there with James Lamb. We'll see if we can get some comments from him. Noel with James Lamb. Noel?
Thank you, guys. Down here on the field with James Lamb. James, you got 3 victories on Thanksgiving, your sophomore up to your senior year. You're 22-11, 7-4, 7-4, and this year you're 8-3, kid. You did a great job today. Talk a little. You got 2 touchdown passes to J.T. Bain, 2 long ones, and you engineered this offense. You scored 33 points. Talk a little bit about the team and what you did today.
Man, the team is great. Whenever we have adversity, we always seem to pick each other up. It's great. Those guys celebrating over there. I'm happy for them. I'm happy for us. It was a hard, deserved win.
And, looking forward to the basketball season. You're a good basketball player. You go right into basketball season with J.T. Bain as well. So, talk a little bit about your offensive line. I know you talk about them a lot. What did they do today for you?
Oh, man, they were great. They opened up huge holes. I don't think I even got sacked today. They were great. They were amazing. I didn't get touched. Jave went untouched a couple times. They were awesome.
Great job today, James Lamb. I wish you good luck into the basketball season and into the college next year. You thinking of anywhere you're going to go?
I'm undecided right now. I have a few college offers. Interest, Boston College, UNH, and I'm just keeping an open market right now.
Great job. You're a good kid.
Thank you.
Keep up the great work.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Back up to you guys.
All right, thanks, Noel. James Lamb, a great effort here today. You can see, give him credit to all the offensive line for, as you say, he didn't get touched at all in the backfield today.
Yeah, and Martin Dunham made a nice recovery. He may have missed the record, but he did tell me he was on that the prior record was held by Chris Noble, the class of '88. I had been talking about Bill Shaughnessy, but Noble's a guy we absolutely remember. I remember him from the game that we showed this week, the 1987 Thanksgiving game, when he led the Red Raiders back as a junior. No, that actually might have been his senior year. He led the Presidents back in a game where the Presidents were big underdogs, and Chris Noble had a terrific game, and it was the game that Quincy won in a tie. It's like the Harvard-Yale game there. But they unexpectedly tied North with a last-second touchdown. So Chris Noble previously had the record of 33 touchdowns, and James Lamb today, 35 touchdowns to break that record. So a nice recovery by Martin Dunham and a terrific record for James Lamb, a great young man. So John is very busy here. He keeps the world of Twitter flying. You've got all kinds of screenshots going out to the Twitter world there. But we have to wrap things up and get everyone home for Thanksgiving. We want to thank all our viewers here. We hope you've enjoyed the coverage. It was a terrific football game. And go ahead, John.
Yeah, real quick, we want to run down some quick stats for you and to wrap everything up here. On the offensive side of the ball, James Lamb, 9-12 passing for 177 yards and 3 touchdowns. Rushing side of the ball, Jave Hanson-Fields had 14 rushes for 126 yards and 2 touchdowns to lead the way. And then on the receiving side of the ball, J.T. Bain had 2 receptions for 90 yards. Both receptions went for touchdown passes. Rita Lafty had 2 receptions for 31 yards. And Amani Cardoso, 2 receptions for 13 yards. For North Quincy, Andrew Kiley, 10 of 22 passing for 125 yards and 1 touchdown. Andrew Kiley also had 29 yards rushing, and Davon Jones had 20 yards rushing. Solomon Yamorin had 4 receptions for 65 yards, and Eric Cohane-Jones, a great game. He had 3 receptions for 48 yards and a touchdown, and he also had a great job on returning kicks. He had 89 yards returning kickoffs, and 24 yards returning a sole punt. So a great job there all around for both teams. And as I mentioned, Jim, we want to thank our crew for coming out here on this Thanksgiving morning and making everything possible. Our statistician is Martin Dunham. On the camera, we have Peter Doherty, Maureen Conway, Mark Crosby, Carol Kaz-Stemmen, Frank Hogan, Anna El Tori, and Glenn Busher. In the truck on audio, we had Grace Busher. On graphics and replay was Michael Jarvie. Our engineer was Chris Potter. Our director, Bill Early. And our executive producer, Elizabeth Campbell. So it was a great season of high school football here on Quincy Access TV. We want to thank all of our volunteers and crew for coming out. And, of course, we want to thank you, our viewers, for watching all the games that we did cover this year. Jim, your final thoughts?
None. We had a great season, and today was a very enjoyable game. Even though the score, 33-6, wouldn't indicate it, thought both sides have a lot to go home with happy. The Red Raiders did what they could. They played pretty much mistake-free football. And then in the fourth quarter, the Quincy Presidents, as expected, they really surged offensively. They put the game away, and both teams have something to be proud of as they leave the field today, but most particularly the 8-3 Presidents. So I do want to thank our support staff here. We've mentioned them a few times, and like to thank you, our viewers. Hope you enjoyed the coverage, and happy Thanksgiving.
All right, well, with the victory, Quincy gets 46 wins on the season of the series. North Quincy with 31 and 5 ties. Again, final score here today, Quincy 33, North Quincy 6. For all volunteers, our members, crew, staff, and board of directors of Quincy Access TV, have a happy Thanksgiving.